the home of the Berwick Bulldogs, Jim Doyle and Andy Ulickney.
WHLM Bloomsburg, WBWX Berwick.
The Valley's sports leader, HLM.
Sports Radio HLM proudly presents Berwick Bulldogs football. Brought to you by First Columbia Bank and Trust, with you every step of the way. Forge Pub and Eatery, West 11th Street in Berwick. Bear, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep and Ram in Berwick. Berwick Dental Arts, quality care for your dental health. Berwick Notary Center, Orange Street in Berwick. Mason's Monogram Services for all your Bulldog merchandise. Neighbor Fence Company, residential and commercial fencing. First Keystone Community Bank. Yesterday's traditions, tomorrow's vision. Red's Roofing, the roofing ninjas of Berwick for all your home improvements. Yannick Real Estate, commercial and residential. The Mayo Funeral Homes of Berwick and Chickashinny. Your Berwick State Farm agents Lori Powell, Sean Black, and Melissa Price. Hometown agents who understand Berwick's needs. Riverview Block Inc. of Berwick. Alexander Family Dealership, Central Road off Route 11 in Bloomsburg. Axis Gymnastics Academy, East 7th Street in Bloomsburg. Welsh's Towing and Repair, Towing Recovery and Lockout Services. S.J. Kowalski Heating and Cooling, the way the earth intended. Overhead Door Company of Berwick. Independence Ford, Route 11 in Bloomsburg. Don's Towing Truck and Trailer Repair, Route 11 in Berwick. ND Accounting and Consulting, your hometown CPA firm. Lehigh Valley Health Network, your partner for orthopedic and sports medicine care. Fairfield Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Danville. The Berwick Medicine Shop, now at 500 Fowler Avenue in Berwick. And by Name Brand Liquidations in the Berwick Plaza on Route 11. Now with Andy Ulickney, here's the Dean of the Dogs, Jim Doyle, on Sports Radio HLM.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today from Crispin Field in Berwick, it's the Bulldogs in the regular season finale, taking on the Wolfpack of Wilkes-Barre area. I am Jim Doyle. I'm joined by Kaz Curry. The producer of this broadcast is Raven Klein. Well, a special afternoon for a number of reasons. This is, as I mentioned, the regular season finale for the Bulldogs. It is the last regular season game of the careers of the senior class, so it is senior day. And also, somewhere along the way today, we'll be introducing the latest class of the Berwick Sports Hall of Fame. So an interesting game for both teams. Both teams are headed for the playoffs, and both teams pretty much locked into the playoff position that they're going to have starting next week. For Wilkes-Barre area, they come in with a 4-5 record. In 6A, in District 2, there are only 4 teams. All those teams will go to the playoffs. Right now, Wilkes-Barre area is in 3rd. If it stays that way, and it probably will, they will play at Hazelton area next week. For Berwick, they had a 4-game winning streak. Snapped at Dallas last week, losing 27-0. The Bulldogs come in 5-4. They will be here at Crespin Field next Friday night to go against Wolfpack. Wolfpack finished their season last night with a 4-6 record. Their head coach is Mark Watson. We hope to be talking to him at halftime of this game today. This game, of course, was scheduled for last night. It was moved to today primarily because of the ceremonies that are going on right now as we speak. It is not a day at the beach. It's not like last night, but it's not nice. It is raining here at Crispin Field, not nearly as hard as it was about a half hour ago. The artificial turf ought to hold up. Footing should be okay. We should be okay for this high school football game this afternoon. Andy Ulickney on assignment. Joining me is Kaz Curry, all-state player for the Bulldogs of Berwick back in 1986. Now the superintendent of Stroudsburg School District. Kaz was with me when the Bulldogs won a game a couple of weeks ago in Kingston against Wyoming Valley West. Kaz, senior day, always something special. You went through one of these. We were speculating 133 years of Berwick football, an 8-man senior class. Could that be the smallest in school history?
I don't know if it's the smallest, but it certainly probably ranks up there with them. Looking back at when Berwick football initially started, I'm fortunate to have a team picture of that group. I think there were 19 kids on the team. So
there's a chance.
There's a chance there may have been less seniors on that team.
Yeah, that 1888 team was a little short on numbers, but it is a small class, and the fortunate thing is they really, really have contributed. When we go through those names, you'll recognize them. They've had terrific careers. And it also bodes well for the future because there aren't many people leaving the program after this season.
Absolutely. I think that, the thing that I think everybody should be proud of is the fact that all of these kids are program kids. They played junior high level on the 7th and 8th grade team. They played together in 9th. They played together JV and, of course, varsity. So their contributions, whether it be on the field or from a leadership perspective, have been, greatly recognized. And, congratulations to all these kids for what they provided for Berwick football.
Wilkes-Barre area is an interesting case study. This is their third season of the joining of the sports programs, or GAR and Myers and Coughlin. These two teams didn't play a year ago because of the COVID situation. It's got to be difficult. They still don't have a home field. They've been playing in Kingston at Spartan Stadium when they can. They have to bus players to practice and so on. It's a big school, not a big roster, and there are some issues there that other schools don't have right now.
Not at all. And my hat goes off to these kids because for all the reasons you just described, when you're trying to build a program and restructure a facility by bringing not just three rival high schools together and then try and build unity within it, so their administration has a large task ahead of them, much less their coaches in all their respective sports, because these kids now, where they were playing against each other, now have to come and unite. And the fact that there's a low number of kids on their roster is probably speculative of the fact that they don't have a home stadium. They don't have transportation. They need to be bused and or picked up, dropped off, whatever it may be, not only for practices but games. And it's a real challenge for Wilkes-Barre. But they're doing admirably well. They have great athletes. And Ciro Cinto, who was obviously a longtime head coach at Wilkes-Barre Coughlin, I think is doing a really good job of building the program, because even the games they lost, they're not necessarily blowouts. And one or two plays, and many of those games could take them from a 4-5 team to a 6-3 or 7-2 team. So I think that those are the things I think about when I look at their program. And it's, if you look at Wyoming Valley West or Hazleton as case studies of schools that have merged, whether it's 9 schools at Valley West in the early 70s or West Hazleton and Hazleton merging in the early 90s, it takes some time to build that, because you got to get buy-in from your community. And what I have noticed in schools, there's tremendous pride. And when things change, there's a lot of people that don't always buy into the change. But, as adults, I think setting a good example and being there to support the kids always helps to see it successful.
And to your point, their third season on the football field, but this is the first year that all those players went to the same school. They actually joined the sports programs before they joined the school. So hopefully they've broken ground for a new stadium. Hopefully things will be good for the future of Wilkes-Barre area football. And you mentioned Ciro Cinti, the veteran coach. He's got veterans on his staff. Ed Michaels, a longtime coach, was the head coach at Wyoming Valley West for a period. He's the defensive coordinator. Offensive coordinator is Ted Jackson Jr. That number is familiar. So if you're facing Berwick, let's talk football now. Bulldogs last week, a disappointing game at Dallas. They had almost no passing attack, 35 yards altogether. If I am Wilkes-Barre area, if I'm Ed Michaels, and I saw that tape of that game, I'm seriously considering loading up the box on every play, maybe similar to what Berwick did against Wyoming Valley West a couple of weeks ago, and forcing them to throw the football, because by the looks of it, now, of course, that was just one game. By the looks of it, that Dallas game, I'm thinking Berwick's not going to hurt me with passing.
Yeah. I was at that game, and I observed what you're describing. I think that if I'm Wilkes-Barre, the Wolfpack, and I'm Coach Michaels and or Coach Jackson, I'm going to certainly have in my game plan, I'm going to have what you just described. Load the box and blitz. Go straight man and dare you to throw. So I think it's going to come down to, if that does present itself, having a repertoire of plays that you can find hot receivers and get rid of the ball quickly, because you're only going to have 2 to 2.5 seconds to get rid of it. So you have to have a predetermined understanding of where your hot receiver is and get the ball there quickly. Otherwise, you're going to have to use formations, motion, and various other strategies to get them out of that blitzing situation, and then exploit whatever weakness that what you saw in film, personnel-wise. You look at matchups, and it's going to all. To me, that's how I would handle it anyway in terms of preparation.
Cos will be by later with the keys to today's game. When we return, we'll hear from Ciro Cinti, the head coach of the Wolfpack of Wilkes-Barre area. You're listening to Bulldogs Football on Sports Radio, HLM.
Looking for that perfect new vehicle for you and your family? Look no further than Fairfield Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Car, truck, or SUV, no matter what you're looking for, you can find it at Fairfield at a fantastic deal.
Find it at Fairfield.
During Jeep Adventure Days, you can go on or off-road, all while getting a fantastic deal. Drive home a brand new 2021 Jeep Compass, just $25,900. It's also Ram Power Days, 1500s, 2500s, 3500s, and more. You won't find a bigger selection anywhere else. Make sure to take a look at their ad in the Web Weekly for all their incredible deals.
Find it at Fairfield.
Stop in and see the Kaiser Boys on Route 405 in Muncie or Dan Goldman on Route 11 in Danville. Fairfield for fantastic deals.
Offers on select vehicles for qualified buyers only. Not all will qualify. Must finance through Chrysler Capital. All offers end October 31st. See dealer for complete details.
Find it at Fairfield.
Don's Towing on Route 11 in Bloomsburg can handle any tow, whether it's a car or big rig, 24/7. Don's has roadside assistance, and your satisfaction is their priority. They always have a truck available, and you'll never wait more than 20 minutes to be picked up and on your way again. Don't let a flat tire ruin your day. Don's Towing will help you get where you need to go without breaking the bank. They accept all insurances, and those that pay out of pocket will appreciate their low prices. Don's Towing, Route 11, Bloomsburg, or check out their Facebook page.
Red's Roofing, the roofing ninjas of Berwick, the roofing experts for all of our listening area. With over 30 years experience and great rates, why go anywhere else when Red's Roofing will get the job done right for your roofing, decks, and siding, specializing in metal roofs, rubber roofs, and shingles. Most of the work is done in one day. Red's Roofing, the roofing ninjas, now located in Dushore and also serving Bradford and Sullivan counties with owner Harry Titus, a supporter of the Berwick football team and St. Jude Children's Hospital. Call 570-752-4351.
This is Berwick football coach Carm DiFrancesco. You are listening to Bulldogs football on Sports Radio HLM.
Berwick Bulldog football.
WHLM Bloomsburg, WBWX Berwick.
HLM.
Heavy rain falling here at Crispin Field for this regular season finale this afternoon. The Bulldogs taking on the Wolfpack of Wilkes-Barre area. Senior members of the football team have been introduced. Now the senior members of the band being introduced down below us. It has been an up and down season for the Wolfpack of Wilkes-Barre area. Head coach Ciro Cinti explains.
That's all it's been, Jim, up and down. We lost a couple in a row. We've had a lot of injuries between that and COVID. It really puts your program. We have not had 1 week this year of our full team. That's everyone's healthy and not injured, and that's from starting for preseason. So, I'm sure Berwick is the same way. They have multiple different starting lineups, and we're in the same boat as they are. We're fighting it every day, every week. It seems it'd be nice to have everyone, a full complement of everyone, just see how good we could be or where we need to be improved at. But we have not had one full week of the whole team, our whole roster that should be starting preseason that's actually done playing in regular games of the season. So very frustrating that way. We are a very young team overall, and that's encouraging that we're getting. We're guaranteed to make a playoff seat, but it's nice to have that extra week to practice, and it'd be nice to have everyone healthy. 1 week, and that probably won't happen this week either. So, we're in the same boat. It's very frustrating. It doesn't help not having a home field either. Week to week, we don't know where the heck we're going to be. That's on a young team, it plays a lot on them. But again, we're not making excuses. We've been coaching this long enough with our coaching staff that, we try to prepare whoever's playing that week. We try to prepare them the best that we can and go from there.
Well, now you take on a Berwick team that had a really good string going before they ran into Dallas last week. They had won 4 in a row prior to that. What do you see from them? What concerns you?
What concerns is their running game. Have numerous backs that could, the old Berwick team just ground and pound, and then take their shots on the field when they can. So that's very that worries me more than anything, is them just taking time off the clock, pounding the ball. Because they do have some very good athletes that run the ball very well.
Hi, this is Cassidy from the Independence Ford Service Department, Route 11 in Bloomsburg. Does your Ford or Lincoln vehicle...
Bulldogs.
Neighbor Fence Company has fencing for where you want it, serving Columbia, Montour, and Luzerne counties. Neighbor Fence provides top-quality residential and commercial fencing, vinyl, chain link, wood, aluminum, and ornamental fencing, plus vinyl railing and specialty products. Neighbor Fence Company, 1140 State Route 239 in Wapwallopen. Call 570-752-4423 or visit them online at neighborfencecompany.com. Neighbor Fence Company is a proud sponsor of local youth athletic teams.
This is Berwick football coach Carm DiFrancesco. You are listening to Bulldogs football on Sports Radio HLM.
Berwick Bulldog football.
WHLM Bloomsburg, WBWX Berwick.
HLM.
Berwick High School marching band about to entertain prior to this regular season finale this afternoon as the Bulldogs take on the Wolfpack of Wilkes-Barre area. Just a second meeting between these two teams. As I mentioned earlier, it was canceled last year because of COVID issues. They played in 2019 right here at Crispin Field. Berwick won that one handily 55-22. Here's the starting lineup for Wilkes-Barre area. The tight end is number 5, Anthony Wynn. He is 6'1", 235, a senior. 5 catches on the season for 99 yards and 2 touchdowns. We'll also see number 41, John Jace, a 6'1", 205-pound junior. Caught a touchdown pass from Javont McClary with 8 seconds to play to beat the Pittston area in a game earlier this year. Gannon Redding, number 32, a junior, is also a player that we may see at that tight end position. They have made all sorts of changes on the offensive line. I talked to Ciro Cinti on Monday. He gave me a starting lineup. We looked out there, and that starting offensive line, nothing like the one he gave me. Here's what we saw on the field prior to this game. The left tackle, number 51, Cameron Hagenbaugh, 6'1", 245, a junior. Jimmy Gruskevich will start at the left guard. He's a 6'3", 260-pound ninth grader. The starting center is number 64, Connor Chappell, 6'1", 210, a sophomore. Bobby Delskavich, number 75, starts at the right guard position. And the right tackle, the only person that was scheduled to be in that starting lineup offensively, number 65, Dan Horgan, a 6'3", 285-pound junior. They'll use a number of wide receivers. Their leading receiver is number 8, Naquan Johnson. He's a 5'11", 150-pound sophomore. 22 catches on the season for 241 yards. We'll also see a sophomore, number 4, Sincere Williams, 5'10", 148 pounds. And Javon Goodwin, number 9, 5'10", 145 pounds, a sophomore, 10 receptions for 199 yards and 3 touchdowns. The quarterback is number 2, Javont McClary. He is 5'11", 150 pounds, a junior. He has completed 51% of his passes for 698 yards, 6 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions. The leading rusher on this team is Howie Shiner, number 16. He is a 6', 168-pound sophomore. 616 yards rushing. He's averaging 5.6 yards a carry and 5 touchdowns. The second leading rusher is a player we're going to see all over the field. He might be a tailback. He might be in the slot. He might be a wide receiver. They'll see him in jet sweeps and all over the place, and that would be Makai Nelson, number 3. He is 6', 160 pounds, a sophomore, same class as Howie Shiner, very similar in size. He has rushed for 561 yards, an impressive 7.4 yards a carry, and 9 touchdowns on the season. The fullback will be number 41, Jace John. We'll also see him at tight end. He's 6'1", 205, a junior. 6 carries for 31 yards, also has caught 4 passes for 31 yards. That is the starting lineup offensively for the Wolfpack under Ciro Cinti in his 3rd season as head coach after 13 seasons as the head coach at Coughlin High School. 21 points a game for this offense. They run the ball well, over 179 yards rushing a game, 95 yards passing for the Wolfpack, who come in with a record of 4-5. We'll check the starting lineup for the Bulldogs when we return. You're listening to Berwick Football on Sports Radio HLM.
Looking for that perfect new vehicle for you and your family? Look no further than Fairfield Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Car, truck, or SUV, no matter what you're looking for, you can find it at Fairfield at a fantastic deal.
Find it at Fairfield.
During Jeep Adventure Days, you can go on or off-road all while getting a fantastic deal. Drive home a brand new 2021 Jeep Compass, just $25,900. It's also Ram Power Days, 1500s, 2500s, 3500s, and more. You won't find a bigger selection anywhere else. Make sure to take a look at their ad in the Web Weekly for all their incredible deals.
Find it at Fairfield.
Stop in and see the Kaiser Boys on Route 405 in Muncie or Dan Goldman on Route 11 in Danville. Fairfield for fantastic deals.
Offers on select vehicles for qualified buyers only. Not all will qualify. Must finance through Chrysler Capital. All offers end October 31st. See dealer for complete details.
Find it at Fairfield.
The community of Berwick knows Bulldog tough. So when it's time to remodel your garage or replace your overhead door, go with the quality doors and service the Red Ribbon represents. Look for the Red Ribbon logo. It's a symbol of 100 years of great doors, great installation, and great service. Give Overhead Door Company of Berwick a call, 570-759-3053, or visit their website at ohdberwick.com. Overhead Door Company of Berwick proudly supports the Berwick Bulldogs.
Whether it's the heat of the preseason or the heart of the postseason, teams will always get a little boost from playing at home. Speaking of a boost at home, State Farm can boost your savings when you combine your homeowner's insurance with your auto coverage. So score one for the home team. Talk to State Farm agents Lori Powell or Sean Black in Berwick, or Melissa Price in Nescapac about big savings for combining home and car coverage. Give State Farm agents Melissa Price, Sean Black, or Lori Powell a call today.
This is Berwick football coach Carm DiFrancesco. You are listening to Bulldogs football on Sports Radio HLM.
Berwick Bulldog football.
WHLM Bloomsburg, WBWX Berwick.
HLM.
A rare Saturday afternoon game here at Crispin Field. The Bulldogs close out the regular season and prep for next week's playoffs with a game against the Wolfpack of Wilkes-Barre area. The Berwick seniors were announced earlier. They are Taji Taylor, Betty Knorr, Brendan Hinkle, Braden Boone, Nick Pajovich, Andrew Blockus, Xander Unger, and Gavin Cunningham, along with manager Steve Maslinski. Just 8 football players, that senior group for the Bulldogs playing their final regular season home game. Of course, they'll be here next Friday to take on the Buckhorns of Wolfpack in the District 2 Quad A quarterfinals. Starting lineup offensively for the Bulldogs. At the tight end, number 4, Spencer Kishbaugh, 6'3", 195, a junior, 15 receptions on the season for 249 yards and 3 touchdowns. He's a versatile player, so we might see him other places other than tight end. At the tight end, we'll also see number 8, Taji Taylor. He is a 6'3", 200-pound senior, 3 catches for 35 yards and a touchdown. The left tackle is a talented sophomore by the name of Harrison Snyder. He wears number 71, 6'2", 190 pounds. Left guard is Gavin Cunningham, number 73, 6 foot, 210-pound senior. Andrew Blockus has done a great job at center. He didn't start the season at that spot, but Bruce Hartman went down with an injury. Blockus has filled in admirably. 6'1", 215-pound senior. Liam Carroll starts at right guard. He wears number 78. He's a 5'8", 190-pound sophomore. And the right tackle is number 70, Xander Unger. He is 6'3", 265 pounds, a junior. The leading receiver for the Bulldogs is number 7, Dre Wilk. He is a 5'11", 175-pound junior. 17 receptions on the season for 135 yards and a touchdown. We'll also see number 20, Braden Boone. He is a 5'10", 145-pound senior, 4 catches for 75 yards and a touchdown. The quarterback is number 12, Matt Lunzinski. He is 6'1", 205, a junior, completing only 43.6% of his passes for 785 yards, 5 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Betty Knorr starts at running back. The Bulldogs are still without Ryan Bankus, but he should be back in action for the start of the playoffs next week. Knorr has rushed for 370 yards and 3 touchdowns and 75 attempts, just under 5 yards a carry. He's also the Bulldogs' second leading receiver. He's a very versatile player, 16 receptions for 219 yards. When the Bulldogs do use a fullback, we'll see one of two people. Number 34, Tristan English, 5'11", 185, a junior. Or number 33, Jimmy Deandra, a 5'11", 200-pound sophomore. That is the starting lineup. Offensively for the Bulldogs under Carmen DiFrancesco, now in his third season at the helm of the Bulldogs. They have struggled offensively. Just 16.2 points a game. They're averaging only 87.2 passing yards, just 35 in that loss at Dallas last week. They have been very good defensively, particularly creating turnovers. They are a +8 in the turnover department. The Bulldogs against the Wolfpack. We'll be back with more. You're listening to Berwick Football and Sports Radio, HLM.
Forge Pub and Eatery on 11th and Mulberry in Berwick is where you need to go when you want a delicious homemade meal. Forge is open every day at 11 with free delivery to the Berwick area. Follow their Facebook page to get the daily specials. They have a full bar, 10 beers on tap, 6 rotating seasonal brews, and an extensive selection of domestic and craft beer. It's the perfect place to go out with colleagues or for date night. Forge will always impress. Forge Pub and Eatery in Berwick is a proud supporter of the Berwick Bulldogs football team.
Don't make your next car payment. There's a huge demand for quality pre-owned vehicles nationwide, and Alexander Family Buick GMC in Bloomsburg needs your vehicle. We're offering a 15% buyback bonus. Whatever your vehicle is worth, we'll add on 15%, up to $2,000 over Kelly Blue Book fair trade value. Buy one from us or don't. But we've discounted our entire inventory, and we're passing on every incentive available to you. It's the 15% buyback bonus, and only at Alexander Family Buick GMC in Bloomsburg. We're taking the deals the other guys won't.
Lehigh Valley Health Network has some great news for residents of Greater Hazleton and surrounding communities. LVPG, Hazleton Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, is now located in the Humboldt Industrial Park at Station Circle in Hazel Township. Their orthopedics and sports medicine experts provide complete orthopedic care and accept most insurances, including Geisinger Gold. LVPG, Hazleton Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, your partners in orthopedic care. To learn more, visit lvhn.org/orthopedics or call 570-861-8710.
If you have a child that's interested in gymnastics, or if you've been practicing the sport for years, then Access Gymnastics Academy is where you want to be. Their dedicated coaches will teach you everything you need to know to perform your best, from the basics of flexibility, form, and style, to advanced techniques that will improve your rhythm and style during a routine. Call Heidi Rebuck at Access Gymnastics Academy at 570-441-5969. That's 570-441-5969. Now enrolling for beginner to advanced classes at 917 East 7th Street in Bloomsburg.
Berwick Bulldog Football, HLM.
This is Berwick football coach Carm DiFrancesco. You are listening to Bulldogs Football on Sports Radio HLM.
Berwick Bulldog Football,
WHLM Bloomsburg, WBWX Berwick,
HLM.
Just a light rain falling here at Crispin Field. The lights are on. Very overcast afternoon for this game between the Bulldogs and the Wolfpack of Wilkes-Barre area. Andy Lickney on assignment. Kaz Curry joins me. Kaz, getting back to what we speculated early about what Wilkes-Barre area might do defensively against Berwick. And again, we can't read Ed Michaels' mind, the defensive coordinator for the Wolfpack, but not all coordinators would be comfortable in playing, 8-9 in the box. It does leave you vulnerable. If you got a Bo Sheptock, who's a good running back for Berwick, a Benny Knorr, who's a good running back, they break through that initial line. You're giving up a lot of yardage.
You absolutely are. It's a risk, and it's one of those risk reward. You do in your own mind. You do an analysis. Am I going to take this chance, shut him down, and base it on the percentages and what we know about, the scouting report, or do we want to back off and look at, more zone, covering the gaps, and letting guys run to the ball and taking angles of pursuit? In pregame, I saw them when they came out in Berwick's offense, and I looked at their secondary, and it was interesting because it looked like they were running man on the backside and zone with a roll over the top with the safeties on the front side, and I don't know if they're basing or predicating that on the way the quarterback opens and rolls. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But I'm curious to see if that's going to be their game plan to keep 7 in the box and do what I just described, dropping people into coverage, and then maybe on a reading ball on or offline based on what the quarterback does.
As far as Berwick's defense, so they're going to be going against kind of a depleted Wilkes-Barre area team. We mentioned that offensive line completely different from the one that was supposed to start as of Monday. And then you have an excellent two-way lineman, maybe their best, in Ian Bednar, 6'2", 280-pound junior. This is his 3rd season as a starter. He is not in uniform. We were told that he was ejected last week in that 14-7 loss to Williams-Barre. He's not in there, both offensively and defensively. That is a serious problem for Wilkes-Barre area and a rather good situation for Berwick.
Yeah, I think that when you look at losing one of your best linemen and then reshifting and having 4 new starting linemen of the 5, I don't know how often they play together and what their chemistry is, but that's going to be an interesting dynamic to watch as the game unfolds to see if they come together and, get the job done or if they just look like rookies.
Berwick needs to get touches out of Spencer Tishbaugh. He's too much of an offensive threat to not get his hands on the football. As we see Wilkes-Barre area now making their way on the far side of the field. White jerseys, dark blue pants with powder blue, which is their school color. And jerseys are dark blue. Bulldogs down below us in their blue jerseys, white pants, white numerals, and white helmets. Yeah, Spencer Tishbaugh is listed as a tight end, but he can be anything he wants to be. And we saw last week at Dallas, he was wide open by 20 yards, and Berwick wasn't able to hit him. He's someone that needs to get his hands on the football.
Yeah, absolutely. A couple of weeks ago, you and I did a game together at Valley West, and I made a comment, as Spencer Tishbaugh goes, so the Bulldogs go. And he's the inspiration to me. He's like the fire that gets everybody going. And what I like about him is even though the ball didn't get to him last week, it never stopped him from giving 100% and doing what he needs to do in his position to make plays. And, like you said, he can be a tailback, a fullback, a slot, a split end, a tight end. He can play multiple positions. He's smart. He understands the game. And I see him having a breakout game tonight.
Yeah, I won't be surprised to see them go long to him, because even in that game against Dallas, okay, he goes long and you overthrow him, but it still opens things up. People can't just ignore the fact, okay, well, they overthrew that one. We're not going to watch him anymore.
Right, and I would say that should be part of what Wilkes-Barre's looking at defensively, of not loading up the box and blitzing every play, because you have to respect his ability.
Captains meeting at the center of the field. We're moments away from the kickoff to start today's game, just the second meeting between these two schools. For Berwick, their captains are Benny Knorr, Tristan English, and Gavin Cunningham. Referee indicates that the Wilkes-Barre area won the toss, deferred to the second half, so we'll see Berwick. They'll be moving from our right to our left. Umbrellas down. It appears that the rain has stopped here. And really, with the artificial turf holding up as it usually does, weather shouldn't be a factor at all.
It shouldn't be a factor. In fact, I think it's a benefit to both teams, because we all love football in any weather, but when it's overcast and low humidity and cool, you never cramp, and you can go longer, harder, and it makes it, you just never tire of playing the game.
The Bulldogs against the Wolfpack. We'll be back with the kickoff. You're listening to Berwick Football and Sports Radio, HLM.
Northeast Pennsylvania, it's your home. And no matter what stage of life you find yourself in, what you rely on most is security. When that house becomes a home, the moment you get that new car, when your dreams become a reality, it's times like this when you have to look to the experts for advice and financial peace of mind. They're there with innovative products and services to help you with your financial future every step of the way. Together, they will help dreams and goals become reality. They are more than a bank. They're your neighbor. They are First Keystone Community Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Riverview Block of Berwick, with over 75 years of service, can handle all your block and concrete needs. They carry all sizes of concrete block, including decorative E.P. Henry landscaping block. Their concrete is PennDOT approved and delivered with front discharge trucks. Riverview Block also carries masonry supplies, tools, cement, sand, and stone. For prompt delivery, call Riverview Block, 570-752-7191. Riverview Block is proud to support the Berwick Bulldogs.
Hi, this is Cassidy from the Independence Ford Service Department, Route 11 in Bloomsburg. Does your Ford or Lincoln vehicle need service? Having trouble getting an appointment at your usual service center? At Independence Ford, we can and will take care of all your service needs. Regardless of where you purchase your Ford or Lincoln vehicle, our goal is to get you back on the road. Give me a call for an appointment today at 784-1414.
Come and get a great deal and total satisfaction.
Independence Ford, better people, better prices.
If you haven't been to name brand liquidations in the Berwick Plaza Shopping Center, you're missing out on great values. At name brand liquidations, you'll save money from 50 to 90% on everything imaginable, from furniture to food to bedding, you name it. Name brand liquidations not only sells a huge variety of merchandise, they feature name brands just like their name says, at low prices. When you're in the market for anything, shop at the store that has everything. Name brand liquidations. Wishing the Berwick Bulldogs a great season.
Berwick Bulldog Football, HLM.
This is Berwick football coach Carm DiFrancesco. You are listening to Bulldogs football on Sports Radio HLM.
Berwick Bulldog Football,
WHLM Bloomsburg, WBWX Berwick,
HLM.
Choral group, the Modernaires, with our national anthem prior to high school football from Crispin Field this afternoon as the Bulldogs get set to take on the Wolfpack of Wilkes-Barre area. And here's a news flash. The sun is threatening as we look off to our right. So this could turn out to be a beautiful day for high school football. And decision was made about noon yesterday that this game would be moved to the afternoon. Looks like the right decision right now. I know there was a lot of football played last night, but in some cases in horrendous conditions. Berwick will get the football. They'll move from our right to our left here in the first half as Evan Conkran puts the ball on the tee for the Wolfpack. Again, Ciro Cinti, their veteran head coach, was the coach at Coughlin for 13 seasons. So he's made many, many trips here to Crispin Field. Cochran waits for the signal from the officiating crew. Braden Boone and Dre Wilk deep for the Bulldogs. This game is underway. A line drive kick to the far side, and it goes through and into the end zone. And that is the number 5 out there, which would be Ryan Backus. We were told he would not be eligible to play, so I'm not sure what the deal is there. But that was definitely number 5 back there. We apologize. We did not have that information. So the Wolfpack defensively are supposed to line up with John Jason, Fred White at the ends. Dan Horgan will have to look for that other tackle because Bednar's out of there. Inside linebackers in a 4-4, Anthony Wynn and Gannon Redding. Outside, Max Greger and Gabe Saraceno. Secondary, the safety is Michael Andrzejewski, Sincere Williams, and Nigel Davis. Berwick, 1st and 10 from their own 20. First play from scrimmage is a toss sweep to the tailback, Benny Knorr. He's got some running room over the 25, out to the 26-yard line. Good first down play, 2nd down and 4 coming for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Benny Knorr gained 6 yards on that kick out. Nice block, good down block by the offensive line. Good hard run.
That offensive line has been playing very, very well down the stretch of this season. Harrison Snyder, Gavin Cunningham, Andrew Blockus, Liam Carroll, and Xander Unger. 2nd and 4, Bulldogs at their own 26-yard line. Spencer Kishbaugh is a wide receiver to the left side. He starts in motion toward the line of scrimmage. Lonsinski gives the ball off to Knorr, and there's not much doing. He'll get maybe a yard on the play. Sincere Williams coming from the secondary, one of the people involved for the Wolfpack. It will be a 3rd down and 4. First 3rd down situation of the afternoon for Berwick.
Wilkes-Barre did a nice job of blowing up that play at the point of attack, and I think it was Wilkes-Barre outnumbered Berwick on that left side of the ball in that particular play.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Dre Wilk wide to the right, slot to the left side. Braden Boone wide to the left. Out of the gun, Lonzinski fakes handoff, keeps the football, and goes absolutely nowhere. Wilkes-Barre played that one very, very well. Looked like Gannon Redding from his linebacker position. They'll actually lose the yard back to the 25-yard line. 4th down and 5, punting situation for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Berwick came out in a 4-spoke offense that time. There were 7 in the box. Berwick had 5 blockers and just outnumbered.
Michael Andrzejewski, Makai Nelson back deep, anticipating the punt from Benny Knorr. He's back at his 12-yard line. Good snap from Ethan Lear. The kick is away. Very, very high. Nelson will let it bounce, takes a Wilkes-Barre area bounce, and will actually go into Berwick territory. So Berwick lost about 12 yards as the ball went the wrong way where they're concerned. And Wilkes-Barre area will put in play a great field position for their first possession in Berwick territory against a Berwick defense that lines up with Harrison Snyder, Liam Carroll, Andrew Blockus, and Alex Hacker, the front 4. Spencer Kishbaugh, Tristan English, Benny Knorr, the linebackers. The corners, Braden Boone and Rowan Slaminski. The safeties, Dre Wilk and Bo Sheptog. The ball at the Berwick 48-yard line. That's where the Wolfpack will put it in play. McClary is the quarterback. Just one running back. That running back gets the ball, tries the right side, and nothing doing. Berwick's all over the play. Taji Taylor among the people coming up to bring down Howie Shiner, who is the leading rusher on this team, but he'll lose the yard. 2nd and 11.
Carried by Howie Shiner. So Andrew Blockus did a nice job of cutting off the guard at the point of attack. He tripped, and Spencer Kishbaugh made the initial contact for a 1-yard loss.
3 receivers to the right side. McClary out of the gun. Shiner in motion, so there's 4 receivers to that side. Quarterback draw to McClary, and he gets the Berwick 46-yard line before Harrison Snyder can make the stop for the Bulldogs. They give him just 2 to the 47, so first 3rd down situation for the Wolfpack, 3rd down and 9. They have it at the Berwick 47-yard line. They all look to the sideline, all 11 players, for the play call. Javon McClary out of the gun. Here's a 3rd and 9 call. Has the snap. Back to throw. Big pass rush. Gets away. Rolls right. Fires. Incomplete. Looked like Spencer Kishbaugh might have gotten a hand on it. 4th down for the Wolfpack. Good first series defensively for Berwick.
Yeah, excellent job by the defense. Staying home, staying in their position. It looked like Taji Taylor tipped it. Spencer Kishbaugh almost intercepted it. And good coverage.
So 4th down and 9, and the Wolfpack in a punting situation. Naquan Holman is the punter. Michael Andrzejewski does the long snapping. Dre Wilk and Braden Boone deep for Berwick. Snap is bobbled, but the kick is away. It's a line drive, and it's grabbed by Andrew Blockus at midfield. The punter, Naquan Holman, muffed the snap, and then a line drive kick that hit a player, and it went right to Andrew Blockus, who picked it up. Berwick's got a great field position. There is a player injured on the field. It's way downfield, inside the 20-yard line. Actually surprised that anyone got downfield that far, as that play happened so quickly. But
Nige Davis is the player down on the field, and he was the slot on that punt. He did get down the field quickly. I didn't see what happened because I was watching the snap, but Andrew Blockus was the one that blocked it. He recovered his own block. Real nice heads-up play.
Boy, he has had a terrific season. One of the 8 seniors being honored before the game on senior day. He's a 6'1", 215-pound senior 2A player. On defense of the season, 60 tackles, 16 tackles for loss. And, gosh, you know, from a defensive tackle position, it isn't always easy to rack up numbers like that.
No, he's had a tremendous season, and in a position where you're off and double team, you tend to not make a lot of tackles. But he has done the complete opposite, just with his ability, great hips, great instincts for the ball, great directional awareness, and he's had what you just described statistically, phenomenal season.
And offensively, he's done a great job at center as well. There had to be some concern when he came in the middle of a game when Bruce Hartman got hurt about things like long snaps, but there has not been a problem that I recall on a shotgun snap since he's been in there. So it is Davis who is going to the sideline being helped there. Nigel Davis is a sophomore, 5'9", 140-pound corner. So we'll see if we can find his replacement as Berwick for their second possession in great field position at their own 49-yard line as they move from our right to our left. Braden Boone is wide to the right. Dre Wilk wide left. I formation behind Lunzinski. The call goes to the tailback, Benny Knorr. Lowers the shoulder, gets over midfield, and gets about 3 to the Wolfpack 48-yard line.
It was a basic pro formation isolation to the right. Just good down block, good isolation block, 3 yards as you described.
Second down coming for the Bulldogs. They have it in Wilkes-Barre area territory for the first time with 8:07 to go in this scoreless first quarter. Second down at the Wolfpack 47. Dre Wilk wide to the left. Sincere Williams on him. Braden Boone comes in motion to the left. Onzinski gives the ball to Knorr, trying to sweep the left side and gets to the 40-yard line and appears to have a Berwick first down.
Yeah, excellent play call. Berwick came out in a pro motion to a slot. They outnumbered Wilkes-Barre on the left side, and Benny Knorr did a real nice job of getting on the corner, cutting back inside, and gaining enough yardage for a first down.
6 yards in the carry by Benny Knorr. First and 10 Berwick at the Wilkes-Barre area 41-yard line. Bulldogs had a 4-game winning streak snapped in a loss at Dallas last Friday. Trying to get back on the winning track and get some momentum going into the postseason playoffs. I formation. Slot to the left side. Onzinski gives to Knorr again. This time he'll get just one to the 40-yard line. That's a really, really good defensive play by Wilkes-Barre area's Naquan Johnson. Naquan Johnson is their leading receiver on offense. Made a good defensive play there on Knorr. Just a yard. Second down and 9 Berwick.
Yeah, Berwick came out in a slot right, shifted the tight end to the opposite side for an unbalanced, and the young man from Wilkes-Barre really did make a nice play because Berwick had him outnumbered on that side for a very short gain of a yard.
Rowan Slabinski is in as a wide receiver to the left on 2nd and 9. He comes in motion to the right. Lunzinski under center. Gives the ball to Knorr off the right side, looking for running room. Gets by one man and another. Gets to the 31-yard line. Might be another Berwick first down. Some nice moves by Benny Knorr. Wilkes-Barre was coming in with a run blitz, but Knorr able to take it outside, make a couple people miss, and he has a Berwick first down at the 31.
Real nice vision on his cutback on a 10-yard gain and another first down.
Berwick at the Wilkes-Barre area, 31-yard line. Trying to get on the board first in this, the second meeting between these two schools. Slot to the right side. I formation. In motion. To the left comes Rowan Slabinski. Toss, sweep left side, flag down on the play. Benny Knorr looking for running room and gets inside the 30 to the 28, but we'll have to check the flag.
I think Berwick had a false start. I think it's coming back.
We see Harrison Snyder wearing his 88. He's been wearing 71. They've had him at tight end. We'll have to check to see who's playing his left tackle position for the Bulldogs. They mark off against Berwick. Be 1st and 15. Making it the 36-yard line. For Berwick. Bulldogs coming in 5-4. Wilkes-Barre 4-5 after a 14-7 loss to Williamsport last week. Onzinski out of the gun. has the snap, fires a quick out to Dre Wilk, looking to see if he can get a man to miss, does so, and gets to the 32-yard line. Pickup of about 4 on the quick hitter to Dre Wilk. It'll be second down and 11, Bulldogs at the Wolfpack 32.
And Dre Wilk showed really nice feet on that play. I was expecting him to be tackled for no gain, but quick feet got Berwick 4 yards.
The Bulldogs, second down coming. Matt Lenzinski, as he's prone to do, went to the sideline, got the play call. Taji Taylor is part of that offense. We'll see where he lines up, usually at a tight end position. Now he's on a wing to the left. Lenzinski has the snap, gives the ball off to Benny Knorr straight ahead. Knorr breaks a tackle and another, still on his feet inside the 15, down around the 13. Strong run by Benny Knorr.
That was a great run up inside, keeping his legs churning. Nice hole. He found the cutback, gained 17 or 18 yards.
First and 10 for Berwick. It is a 17-yard gain for Benny Knorr. First and 10, Bulldogs at the 15. 4.5 minutes to go in a fast-moving opening quarter. Berwick trying to get on the board first. They break the huddle. Dre Wilk has been bothered by an ankle somewhat. He's slipping a bit as he goes to his position wide left. Braden Boone in the slot. And the call goes to Benny Knorr off the right side. The workhorse here in the early going gets to the 10, maybe the 9-yard line.
Yeah, the right side of Berwick's offensive line caved the Wilkes-Barre defense, and that was a real nice off-tackle 6-yard gain, almost 7.
Yeah, Berwick's been doing a good job on first down. Berwick coaching staff noticing that Dre Wilk is favoring that ankle, so he comes out of there. Rowan Slabinski replaces him. Second and 4, Berwick at the Wolfpack 9-yard line. Under 4 minutes remaining in this scoreless opening quarter. Lenzinski now will operate out of the gun with Knorr to his right. Taji Taylor on a wing to the left. Give is to Knorr off the left side. Hit hard as he gets to about the 6-yard line. It's about a yard short of the first down as Bo Sheptock checks into the offense, as does Tristan English. They mark it at the 7, so it'll be a third down and 2. Berwick at the 7. Benny Knorr gets a breather. He's been the workhorse in this drive that started at the Berwick 49 and is now at the Wilkes-Barre area 7. Third and 2. Sheptock is the tailback and a flag down.
Illegal substitution, Jim.
Penalty flag on the play.
I'm not sure what happened there, but a 5-yard walk-off back to the 12 that changes the dynamic. Instead of a third and 2, it's a third down and 7 for Berwick at the 12.
Yeah, the rule is you have to break the huddle with 11, and if you break the huddle with 12, it's a 5-yard penalty. So Berwick will be assessed that 5-yard penalty at third and 7.
Timeout on the field. Bulldogs call it. 2:45 to go in a scoreless first quarter. You're listening to Berwick Football and Sports Radio, HLM.
Discover the money-saving benefits of a new Bazing checking account from First Columbia Bank. Save money while you support our local businesses. You can save 10% on children's clothing, cameras, auto repair bills, or haircuts. You can get free bagels with a purchase or upgrade those chips to fries for free. And there's more. Not only will you save money with local and national shopping and dining deals, you'll also get cell phone protection, roadside assistance, prescription drug savings, and more. Visit First Columbia Bank to open your Bazing checking account today.
This is Berwick football coach Carm DiFrancesco. You are listening to Bulldogs football on Sports Radio HLM.
Berwick Bulldog football.
WHLM Bloomsburg, WBWX Berwick.
HLM.
2:45 remaining opening quarter. No score, but Berwick threatening. After this Bulldog timeout, they will have a third down and 7 at the Wilkes-Barre area 12-yard line. Across the way, veteran defensive coordinator Ed Michaels, 10 yards out in the field, motioning for his defense, what their instructions are on this play. Bo Sheptock is in that offense. He is one of 3 receivers to the left. Benny Knorr back in there. Lenzinski out of the gun. Third down and 7. Matt has the snap. Back to throw. Plenty of time. Fires on middle, has his man Spencer Kishbaugh, and he's in for a touchdown. Lonzinski on target to Spencer Kishbaugh on the crossing pattern, 12 yards for the score.
It was a trip slip. Spencer Kishbaugh lined up in the tight end on the right, and it starts with the offensive line. That was the most beautiful cup I've ever seen blocking. Lonzinski had all day. Spencer outran, kept running, and he hit him beyond the hash for that touchdown score.
So 51-yard scoring drive by the Bulldogs. Brendan Hinkle will attempt the extra point out of the hold of Braden Boone. Ethan Lear does the long snapping. Snap placement, kick is up, kick is good. Time out on the field. 2:39 to go, opening quarter. Berwick 7, Wilkes-Barre nothing. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Sports Radio HLM.
Berwick Notary Center, 1544 Orange Street, State Route 93, has been serving the Berwick community for over 50 years with the highest quality service as well as the lowest prices available. They offer services for driver's licenses, instant camera cards, registration renewals, boat, ATV, and snowmobile transfers. And they are messenger and agent approved. Open Monday through Friday, 9 till 5, and Saturday, 9 till 1. Check out their Facebook page or email them directly at berwicknotary@yahoo.com. Berwick Notary proudly supports the Berwick Bulldogs. Go Dogs!
This is Berwick football coach Carm DiFrancesco. You are listening to Bulldogs football on Sports Radio HLM.
Berwick Bulldog football.
WHLM Bloomsburg, WBWX Berwick.
HLM.
Berwick's second possession results in a 10-play, 51-yard drive, 39 of those yards, rushing yards by Benny Dorr. Touchdown, a 12-yard pass, Matt Lonzinski to Spencer Kishbaugh. 7-0 Bulldogs. Brendan Hinkle with the kickoff. Fielded on the run at the 20-yard line by Steve Simcoe, and he's brought down short of the 30-yard line. Good coverage downfield. Flag flies after the return. Jimmy Deandra among the people in on the play for the Bulldogs. So we'll check the flag, but a nice drive by Berwick on their second possession. Mostly on the ground, but then the beautiful crossing pattern pass, Matt Lonzinski to Spencer Kishbaugh for the score. Fourth touchdown pass reception of the season for Spencer Kishbaugh. Is a personal foul against Berwick, so the return was to the 29. 15 marked off against the Bulldogs. So the good field position once again for Wilkes-Barre area. The first time they got it was at the Berwick 48. This time they'll take over in their own territory at the 42. Again, getting very dark here at Crispin Field. Lights have been on from the outset. Not raining at the moment. I wouldn't rule it out before the day's done. Wolfpack, first and 10 at their 42. Given the play to Howie Shiner, breaks one tackle and then is brought down hard as he gets to about the 44-yard line. Picked up just 2 on the play. Berwick, for the most part, they've been hurt by some big plays, but for the most part, they've been very, very good against the run.
Yeah, Berwick really shut down Dallas last week, and today doing a real nice job at this point in the game of shutting down the run game of Wilkes-Barre.
Yeah, we haven't seen Mekhi Nelson with any carries yet, but Shiner got that last one. McClary back to throw. Incomplete, dangerous pass. Bo Sheptock came up from his safety position, got in front of the would-be receiver. It's got to be a third down and 8 for the Wolfpack at their own 44-yard line. That Wynn is the tight end to the right. There's a slot to the right side as all the players look to the sideline to offensive coordinator Ted Jackson Jr. Here's a third down and 8. Rolling right is McClary. Fires downfield, one-on-one, incomplete, flag coming against the Bulldogs. Sincere Williams was the intended receiver. Braden Boone in the coverage, and too much coverage in the opinion of the officials. And Braden Boone favoring his left shoulder as he goes to the sideline. Benny Noor, who had not been in on that play, comes in to replace him as we're going to have a third down and 8. Excuse me, after the interference. It'll be a first down at the Berwick 41-yard line.
Yeah, but Wilkes-Barre was in an empty set that time. They had 5 receivers. Berwick rushed 4, and the rest were in coverage. And it wasn't bad coverage. I think he draped his arm over him a little too much, thus drawing the penalty, but in a good position to make a play on the ball had that not happened.
1st and 10. Wilkes-Barre area at the Berwick 41-yard line. Under center now is McClary. Gives to Shiner off the left side. He gets a yard, maybe 2, before he's knocked back quickly. I mentioned Benny Knorr coming in for the injured Braden Boone. He's at a corner. Not his usual linebacker spot. They give Shiner 3 to the 38-yard line. 2nd down and 7 for the Wolfpack.
It looks like Tristan English has replaced Benny Knorr at that middle backer position on this set.
Here's the 2nd down call coming. Running back to either side, Mekhi Nelson gets his first carry of the game, and he gets a rude introduction to the game as Harrison Snyder brings him down right at the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 7. Snyder, coming into this game, 35 tackles, 17 of them, just under half of his tackles, are tackles for loss. Here's a 3rd down and 7. The Wolfpack at the Berwick 38-yard line. Big call coming. Wide receiver to the right. McClary play action, back to throw, and he's looking long. Flags down the play. The ball is intercepted by Dre Wilk. A tremendous one-handed grab down inside the 10-yard line. Wilk check the flag.
I think they're going to call ineligible lineman downfield. The interception should stand. What a tremendous one-handed catch. That may make it you got mossed on Monday Night Football. That was a great catch.
Another interception for Dre Wilk. This one as good as it gets. For those of you who got a chance to watch his brother Tegan on Thursday night and East Carolina's win, he had a spectacular game. None of his plays were any better than the one that Dre just made. The interception, the turnover, and Berwick has the football with 33 seconds to go in the opening quarter. And the Bulldogs lead by a score of 7-0. Not sure what all the conferencing is about on the officiating crew. Penalty against Wilkes-Barre area. So Berwick has the football.
At their 7-yard line.
Again, Wilk went up and brought that down with one hand. And Berwick, deep in their own territory, their own 6-yard line, with a first down. Matt Lenzinski under center. Benny Knorr, 2 yards deep in the end zone, is the tailback in the eye. And the call goes to fullback off the left side, and a gain out to the 12-yard line as Jimmy Deandra gets his first carry of the game, and a good first down carry. Wilkes-Barre area had been keying on Benny Knorr. Deandra gets the call, gets it out to the 17, 11 yards on the pickup for a first down on what will be the final play of this opening quarter. With the score, Berwick 7, Wilkes-Barre area nothing. You're listening to Bulldogs Football on Sports Radio, HLN.
Quality care for your dental health at Berwick Dental Arts, 105 West 9th Street in Berwick. State-of-the-art equipment comes together with a tradition of 45 years of personalized care. From the youngest to the oldest patient, let Berwick Dental Arts doctors and staff take care of every aspect of your dental needs. They'll process all types of insurances. Make your appointment today. Call Berwick Dental Arts friendly staff at 752-4542. Berwick Dental Arts, making smiles beautiful.
This is Berwick football coach Carm DiFrancesco. You are listening to Bulldogs football on Sports Radio HLM.
Berwick Bulldog football.
WHLM Bloomsburg, WBWX Berwick.
HLM.
Give Noel Kaz Curry from Crispin Field in Berwick. 1 quarter of the books in this regular season finale. Berwick leading Wilkes-Barre area by a score of 7-0. Last 2 plays of that opening quarter, the spectacular interception by Dre Wilk at the 6-yard line of Berwick. And then the longest run of the season for Jimmy Deandra, the fullback, with an 11-yard gain. And we'll start the second quarter with Berwick at their own 17-yard line with a 1st and 10. Bulldogs in this quarter moving from our left to our right. Braden Boone was shaken up earlier, back in the lineup. He is a wide receiver to the right side. Deandra is the fullback ahead of Benny Knorr. Knorr's been a workhorse through the first quarter play. Officiating crew has slowed things down. He went to the sideline to explain something to Wilkes-Barre's coaches, and now explaining things to Berwick's coaches, pointing to something in the corner. We are not privy to this conversation. Hopefully we are ready to go with the second quarter of play. Berwick from their 17-yard line. Referee still looks a little disoriented. Signaling something. Still, Cos, you can help me out anytime.
No, I'm looking here, Jim. What I've observed was Berwick's facility engineer went on the sideline and was talking to the official. They're pointing to something in the corner. I'm looking. I don't see anything. I don't see any gates open or anything that would cause a safety issue. So I'm not sure what's happening. And now I'm wondering if there's something with are they looking at a timing issue? I'm not sure.
A really, really slow developing second quarter. Referee now is in the Berwick backfield.
Yeah, this is like a 3-minute break. This is like a timeout of a college game.
So here we go. As it starts to rain again here at Crispin Field. Berwick at their own 17. First play of the second quarter, the long-awaited play. As Benny Knorr gets the ball off the right side, and he gets over the 21 out to the 22-yard line. Second down and 5 coming for Berwick. Knorr has been the workhorse since
starts the second quarter.
Brian Bankus has been unavailable. Bankus in uniform today. He'll likely be full bore next week when the Bulldogs open at home against Wolfpack. Berwick, the 4th seed in District 2 Quad A. Wolfpack finished their regular season last night with a shutout win over Western Wayne. They'll be 4-5 coming in. Toss sweep right side. Benny Knorr looking for room. Nice stiff arm over the 35 and ridden out of bounds at about the 38-yard line.
That was a great run by Benny Knorr and great blocking up front. They stacked the box. They blitzed inside. They took all the gaps from the center to the tight end. The outside corner stepped out. Benny did a nice job cutting in and a real nice gain.
We have an injured player on the field for Wilkes-Barre, Nigel Davis, who had been shaken up earlier, is being tended to again. One of the characteristics of a good running back, Cos, that is underrated is patience. And I thought that time Benny Knorr showed some good patience, let that blocking develop.
He did, great patience, and I also am noticing today that a lot of his yardage is coming on the cutback. So as he starts looking like he's going to get to the corner, he'll just take a check step, go straight up field, and he's gained a lot of extra yardage by doing that. That was a 17-yard gain right there.
Davis being helped off for the second time in this game. Well, Benny Knorr, even in a losing effort last Friday, had over 100 yards rushing, and he's on his way to a big afternoon running the football. Berwick with a 7-0 lead. We're just underway here in the second quarter, and the Bulldogs will have a 1st and 10 following this injury timeout. They have it at their own 39-yard line. They're employing a fullback in this game. Saw Tristan English earlier. Jimmy Deandra in there right now.
And Berwick's been running a 2 tight end set with 2 backs. And there's man-on-man going straight at you football. And they're moving the ball while doing it. Nice job.
Here we go. 1st and 10. Bulldogs at their 39. Center Andrew Blockus over the football. Lonzinski under center. I formation behind him. Gives the ball to the fullback, Deandra, and Howie Shiner is all over the play. 6 foot, 168-pound sophomore. Their leading rusher on offense, but also plays a lot of linebacker. Had a good play there. Great penetration. Loss of a yard. 2nd down and 11 Berwick.
Wilkes-Barre adjusted from their 4-4 to a 5-3 on that particular play, putting an extra down lineman. They had better gap control and allowed linebackers to run, and a real nice job on that 1-yard loss.
2nd down for the Bulldogs. They need 11. 3 receivers to the left side. Slabinski Sheptock, and now Braden Boone switches to the right side. Lonzinski out of the gun. Gives the ball to Benny Noor, sweeping that left side. Over the 40, cut down in the open field at about the 43. He'll pick up about 5 on the play. Berwick will be looking at a 3rd down and about 6.
And then left tackle up top, Gavin Cunningham, did a good job of sealing the corner to allow Benny Noor to get around that end to gain that 5-yard run. Real nice job.
Lonzinski trots on after going to the sideline for the play call. 3rd down and 6 Bulldogs at their 42-yard line. Spencer Kishbaugh, who caught the touchdown pass, it's lined up as a tight end to the left. Lonzinski has the snap, back to throw, looking for Kishbaugh, and throws it over his head. He was covered well that time. Sincere Williams was there. Gannon Redding from his linebacker spot was also there. There is a flag down the play.
Wilkes-Barre blitzed on the weak side where Spencer Kishbaugh was from his tight end position, and when he did his drag that time, they had him double covered.
Holding call against Berwick declined by Wilkes-Barre area because it brings up a 4th down situation for the Bulldogs at their own 42-yard line, 4th and 7. So the punt team will be on. Mackay Nelson, Michael Andrew Jeske back deep for Wilkes-Barre area. Ethan Lear has done a great job with the long snapping this season. Snap a little bit high. Benny Noor sees an opening. He's going to run with the football looking for the 1st down, and he has it to the 45-yard line. Snap was a little bit high. This one may come back with a penalty, but does that look like Benny Noor saw something?
What I think he saw was the whole right side caved. The split end, the guy cut the corner cover in the split end, ran deep. It was all green grass from about 5 yards inside the hash. He had the whole sideline, and real heads-up play by him, and uses great athletic ability to gain a 1st down, but I'm not sure if it's going to stand.
It will not. Penalty against the Bulldogs. It was like hands to the face was the call. So Berwick will have to punt it away. But boy, heads-up play by Benny Noor. Now, I don't know if he's given that right to do that anytime or not. But, you have a senior, you have a veteran, you have a guy that's played quarterback, a decision maker, and maybe that is the call. If you see it, take it.
Well, it's, as a coach, if it works, great job. If it doesn't, what the heck did you do,
4th down, the ball back at the line of scrimmage. I'm not sure how all that worked out, and neither are these officials, as they will confer once again. 9:20 to go in the opening half. Berwick with a 7-0 lead. And, that didn't make any sense for them to stay at the 42-yard line. It's back at the 37. So it's 4th and 12 for Berwick. 37. Benny Noor will be standing back at his 23-yard line. Good snap by Lear. The kick is away. Nice kick. Lear, as usual, after snapping, is the first one down there to cover. And it's inside the 20-yard line. And that's where Wilkes-Barre area will take over with 9:08 to go in the first half, and Berwick leading by a score of 7-0.
Yeah, I think Lear thinks that it hit the player for Wilkes-Barre. The refs are saying no, but he did a good job of running it in the end zone, just to be sure. Because the way this is going right now, I'm not sure if they know what's going on.
Yeah, there does seem to be confusion on this staff. So Wilkes-Barre area, 1st and 10, their 19-yard line. Dre Wilk looked a little gimpy earlier, but he is back in there to safety position along with Bo Sheptock. Clary under center. 1st down call. Goes off the left side and nothing doing. They'll lose a yard or two on the play as Steve Simpson Francesco got the call from his wing position. Tristan English among the people in on the play for the Bulldogs. A loss of 3, 2nd and 13.
Andrew Block has had that primary tackle. Tristan English assisted in real good gap control. The guys did a good job of playing their gap and following the down block and their keys. Real good work.
2nd down and 13. Wolfpack at their 16-yard line. McClary under center. Berwick coming on a blitz. Toss sweep right side, and Spencer Kishbaugh all over Shiner for a loss back to the 14. Kishbaugh was coming on a blitz, and he was right there when the ball got to Shiner.
Yeah, Spencer and a whole host of Bulldogs making that play. They blew it up on that side.
So loss of 2 more. 3rd down and 15 for the Pack. Back at their 14-yard line. Boy, Berwick really comes after quarterbacks. Not an ideal situation by any means. McClary back in the gun with 3 receivers to his left. 3rd and long. McClary back to throw. Looking, has some time. Now he's going to run with the football. Gets to the 15. Nice play by Sheptock. Brings him down right there. Bo Sheptock stood his ground. Didn't go for the move by Javon McClary. Good defensive series by Berwick.
We have a flag down here on the near sideline, the Berwick sideline. So I'm not sure what that call is, if it's offside. Illegal procedure declined. It'll be 4th down, Jim.
Back to the 15, so it's 4th and 14 for Wilkes-Barre area at their 15-yard line. So Berwick figures to get good field position as Naquan Holman back to do the punting. Michael Andrzejewski does the long snapping. Kick is away. Line drive kick fielded by Braden Boone at the 43. Forced out of bounds across the way at near the 35-yard line. So the line drive punt. Berwick in great position here with 7:24 to go in the half, leading by a score of 7-0.
Braden Boone did a nice job of catching that line drive punt. The player for Wilkes-Barre was about a yard behind him. I think he underestimated where the ball was, and it's probably a great play because I think that punt had to look like the mobility to roll 15, 20 more yards. So I think Braden's heads-up catch and run put Berwick 25 yards further into position. So 36-yard line in Wilkes-Barre territory.
1st and 10 Bulldogs. Benny Noor trots on. He has been the workhorse running back. He lines up to the left of Matt Lundzinski, who awaits the shotgun snap from Andrew Blockus. 1st and 10 Bulldogs at the Wilkes-Barre area 36. Noor gets the call. Looks off the right side. Breaks it outside. Turns the corner. 30, 25, and ridden out of bounds inside the 20-yard line.
It was about a 20-yard run, and Jim, it goes to what you said earlier about his patience. Great vision, let his blocks develop, accelerated, and puts Berwick in a 1st down and 10 on the 17-yard line.
19 yards on the carry by Benny Noor. He's having a big first half. 1st and 10. Bulldogs at the 17-yard line. We have another stoppage. It's the referee talking to Carmen DiFrancesco. Don't know what that was about, but we can tell you that Spencer Kishbaugh has come out of the game. Probably on the insistence of the officials for whatever reason. And Berwick has it at the 17-yard line. Braden Boone splits wide to the left side. Harrison Snyder, tight end on the right. Off his right shoulder is Taji Taylor. Lundzinski out of the gun from the 17. Call goes to Noor, tries the left side, and Wilkes-Barre area closes pretty quickly. Anthony Wynn among the people in on the stop. 6'1", 235-pound senior linebacker. Does a good job on Benny Noor. Gets a yard on the play to the 16. 2nd down and 9.
When you bring up Wynn, 6'1", 235, he did a real excellent job of stopping the pulling guard. Taji Taylor had a good block on the linebacker. That was sealed off, but Wynn single-handedly destroyed that play.
Taji Taylor shaken up on the play. He'll come to the sideline. Bo Sheptock is into that Berwick offense. And the ninth grader lines up as one of three receivers to the left on 2nd and 9, Berwick from the Wilkes-Barre area 16. Lonzinski back to throw, dumps a pass off to Knorr. Knorr has some room to the 15, breaks out of a tackle to the 10-yard line and extends the body to the 9, close to a first down yardage. Good effort by Benny Knorr. Well, you got a running back, or in this case a receiver like him. You always like to see him get some extra yardage, and he always seems to do that. Picked up 7. 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, he made that yardage by himself. Real sweet feet.
At the 9-yard line.
Berwick at the Wilkes-Barre area 9-yard line. Bulldogs trying to add to their 7-0 lead. Clock running, 5:35 remaining in this opening half. The sun threatens to break through the clouds here at Crispin Field. Wide receiver to either side. Now they go to the I formation. Diembra is the fullback ahead of Knorr. Lonzinski barks signals and gets Wilkes-Barre area to jump across. At least that's the way we saw it. And it is an offside call. It'll be first down the easy way for the Bulldogs.
Offside. And it will be a first down for Berwick.
First and goal for Berwick at the Wilkes-Barre area 4-yard line.
It's always nice when you can get one like that, Chip.
Yes. Yeah, and I'm not sure what Matt Lonzinski does, but we've seen a number of times during the course of this season where he has gotten the opposition to jump across. First and goal, Berwick at the 4. Again, the I formation. Diembra ahead of Knorr. Lonzinski toss, sweep to Benny Knorr. Inside the 3, inside the 2, inside the end zone for Berwick, touchdown. Benny Knorr from 4 yards out, and Berwick builds the lead.
He is having a phenomenal game today. Again, patience, letting his blocks develop, and wonderful cutback vision, and keeping his legs driving for the last 2 yards to score that touchdown.
36-yard scoring drive for the Bulldogs. Brendan Hinkle, one of 8 seniors, being honored today. 1 for 1 in extra points, 19 for 21 on the season. His extra point attempt is up, and the kick is good. Time on the field, 4:47 to go, opening half. Berwick, 14. Wilkes-Barre area nothing. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Sports Radio, HLM.
It won't be long before tax time rolls around, so remember to visit Michael Daddio CPA at ND Accounting and Consulting for your income tax needs. ND Accounting and Consulting handles both business and individual taxes, as well as offering a variety of accounting services, including payroll, auditing, and bookkeeping. For tax and accounting services, look for Michael Daddio CPA at ND Accounting and Consulting with 2 locations, 214 Pine Street in Berwick and 5929 Main Road in Sweet Valley.
This is Berwick football coach Carm DiFrancesco. You are listening to Bulldogs football on Sports Radio HLM.
Berwick Bulldog football.
WHLM Bloomsburg, WBWX Berwick.
HLM.
4:47 remaining in this opening half. Benny Knorr is from 4 yards out for the score. Brendan Hinkle will kick it off. Kick is high, and Steve Simcoe fields it. No, he drops it at the 5-yard line. Just now picking it up, looking for room, and Josh Kishbaugh with the tackle in the open field. So poor field position for Wilkes-Barre area as they take over now, trailing Berwick by a score of 14-0. Boy, what a first half running the football for Benny Knorr. Kyle's just told me he's got the 99 yards rushing with still 4:40 remaining in this opening half. So he's off to a career effort. Wilkes-Barre area needs to get something going to stay in this game. They have it 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line. Howie Shiner is to the left of quarterback Javont McClary. Mackay Nelson goes in motion to the right. McClary back to throw, sets up an inside screen to Nelson, and he gets over the 20 out to about the 23-yard line. Check that. It's number 8, Naquan Johnson, with the catch. And they mark it at the 23. A nice first down play, 2nd and 2 for the Wolfpack.
That was the biggest gain of the day for Wilkes-Barre at 8 yards. And number 65 for Berwick, Bruce Hartman, almost picked that ball off, that screen.
Hartman in at a tackle spot. See Taji Taylor at the nose position now for Berwick. Bright sunshine here at Crispin Field. Now on this 2nd down and 2 call, I formation behind McClary. The call goes to Shiner, and he will not get to the line of scrimmage. With Dre Wilk coming from his safety position among the people in on the play.
Yeah, Hartman made the initial contact, followed up by Wilk and several other Bulldogs for about a 1-yard loss.
So it will be a 3rd down, a short 3 for the Wolfpack near their 23-yard line. 3.5 minutes remaining in this opening half. McClary under center. 3rd down call. Fakes handoff. Rolls out right. Looking for the 1st down. He has it, then some. McClary with a good effort over the 35 to the 36. Maybe some yardage tacked on. Flag flies after the tackle.
Yeah, that was a bootleg by McClary, and he faked everybody out. All of Berwick went right. McClary went left, and excellent run.
Give him 12 yards on the carry, and then we'll check the flag. This has not been a fast-moving officiating crew. And they keep saying face mask. So a big gain for Wilkes-Barre to get the 12 yards on the carry and then the 15 yards on the penalty. So 1st and 10 for the Wolfpack at midfield. A score before the half would give this game a different look to it. Appears Berwick's dominating. They lead 14-0. But the Wolfpack with the 1st down at midfield. Berwick showing blitz. The call goes to Shiner off the right side at just a yard of the Berwick 49. Bruce Hartman, Alex Hacker in on the play for Berwick.
Yeah, Berwick did they were in a 4-3 defense. They slanted left directly into the direction that Wilkes-Barre was running in a super stop.
2nd down and 9. Wolfpack offensive players look to the sideline, and then a timeout is called. 2:37 to go 1st half, 14-0 Bulldogs. You're listening to Berwick Football on Sports Radio, HLM.
See the winning lineup of Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and quality pre-owned vehicles at Bear Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Berwick. They have a body shop and full service center servicing all makes and models, and they have been servicing your community for over 30 years. Bear Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram has earned the highest possible rating from Chrysler and the prestigious J.D. Power Award for excellence. Bear Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram Pine Street in Berwick proudly supports the Berwick Bulldogs. Go Dogs!
This is Berwick football coach Carm DiFrancesco. You are listening to Bulldogs football on Sports Radio HLM.
Berwick Bulldog football.
WHLM Bloomsburg, WBWX Berwick.
HLM.
2:37 remaining in the opening half here at Crispin Field, the regular season finale. The Bulldogs leading the area by a score of 14-0. The Wolfpack following their timeout. 2nd down and 9. They have the ball at the Berwick 49-yard line. Wolfpack moving from our right to our left as Javon McClary, the veteran quarterback, awaits the shotgun snap. Has it, back to throw, sets up a pass over the middle beyond the reach of Simcoe. They were kind of a screen play as they were letting Berwick come with the rush. And pass intended for Simcoe, but over his head. Now it's 3rd down and 9 at the Berwick 49.
Yeah, they were in a tight end flanker to our near side and a slot up top, and they put the back out, as you described, in a screen. It was supposed to be a quick hit and play, but it was well covered. Deep coverage and under coverage.
3 receivers to the left. Shiner, the running back, to the right of McClary, who awaits the shotgun snap. Berwick showing blitz, and they mistimed it. Tristan English crossed that line of scrimmage, so let's make it a more reasonable 3rd down play. The mark off to the Berwick 44-yard line. And now 3rd and 4, probably in 4-down territory for Wilkes-Barre area, trailing 14-0 here with 2:33 to go in the half. With 4 or 5 subs coming in for them now. Gander Redding lines up as the tight end on the right. Anthony Wynn to the left. Here's the 3rd down call. McClary Under center, gives to Shiner, tries the left side, and nothing doing. Berwick right there. Bulldogs so tough this season against the run. Bo Sheptock's made a lot of tackles from his safety position. He came from that safety spot. Andrew Blockus normally around the play as he was there. So here is a 4th and 4 for Wilkes-Barre area at the Berwick 44. I'm a little surprised that they're lining up in punt formation, trailing 14-0. Berwick will get the football to start the second half. Naquan Holman gets the snap. Gets the kick away. Nice punt. Dre Wilk will get it at the last moment back at the 3-yard line, and he will be buried back at the 4-yard line. He fumbles the football. The scramble is on. Let's see what they're ruling here. I thought he was down on contact. We'll see if they agree with me. If they don't, this is a huge play for Wilkes-Barre area.
I thought it was down. I thought that official marked it as he was down initially, and now it looks like the person who picked the ball up, one official's on the 4, the other one's on the 1-yard line. I'm not sure what they're doing. First down, Wilkes-Barre.
Have they indicated that?
The official, he indicated first down, Wilkes-Barre toward the scoreboard.
Berwick's huddling around their offense. Berwick thinks they have the football. Wilkes-Barre thinks they have the football.
There we go. Now it's reversed.
And it's back at the 2 instead of the 4. Oh, try to be patient today as Berwick has it at the 2-yard line, 1:36 to go. Boy, dangerous play by Dre Wilk. He was really hesitant as to what to do, whether to try to return it or not. Finally made the decision. The ball came out, but they ruled him down, and now Berwick at their own 2-yard line with 1:36 to go. Benny Knorr deep in the end zone as the tailback, as Lenzinski tries to give him some room with the quarterback keeper, and the Wolfpack will use a timeout. 1:31 remaining in the half. Berwick leads 14-0. You're listening to Bulldogs Football on Sports Radio HLM.
The Mayo Funeral Homes, located at 110 Chestnut Street in Berwick and 77 Main Street in Chickashinny, are proud sponsors of Berwick Bulldog football. The Mayo Funeral Homes, serving all faiths, makes it easier for those you love with pre-arranged funeral counseling, insurance, and pre-financed funerals. Mayo Funeral Homes also offers expert guidance in both traditional and cremation services. Mayo Funeral Homes, perfection in every detail.
This is Berwick football coach Carm DiFrancesco. You are listening to Bulldogs football on Sports Radio HLM.
Berwick Bulldog football.
WHLM Bloomsburg, WBWX Berwick.
HLM.
Wilkes-Barre area with one timeout remaining. Berwick leading 14-0, but the Bulldogs backed up to their own 3-yard line on a 2nd down and 9. Knorr deep in the backfield. Gets the handoff off the left side and gets some running room out to the 9-yard line. There is a flag down on the play. We've seen our share of those in this opening half.
Looks like a block below the waist, Jim, against Berwick.
So that will bring it back. 1:25 to go in this half. Now the referee slowly going over to the other side of the field. Now he's going to talk it over with his crew. This is my pet peeve. Officiating crews that are so incredibly slow and indecisive. Just make the call, walk it off, and let's go. 1:25 to go in the half. Again, we have the third indication against Berwick. It's back at the 1-yard line. It's a big moment in the game. Wilkes-Barre area with one timeout remaining. Trying to get a stop. Now that clock will start to run now. 1:18, 1:17. Berwick, as they should do, taking their time. The ball at the 1-yard line. Benny Knorr. 6 yards deep in the end zone. Lonzinski comes to the line. Under a minute to go in the half, and now we will have what? Referee points, looks, no indication, no indication, no indication, no indication, no indication, and now timeout Berwick. Oh, this really takes time. We'll keep it right here. I don't want to miss any of this action. 59 seconds remaining in the half as Berwick used that timeout. They used all the clock that they could. So there's 59 seconds to go. They have it at their own 1-yard line, but it's just second down. So Wilkes-Barre with just one timeout left. Berwick can run this clock out. They just need to take care of the football.
I think Berwick's doing a fine job of staying in the game amidst the very slow process that's taken place here. As a player, it takes a special psyche to work through that when you just want to go, go, go.
The ball at the 1. Yeah, the Wolfpack with one timeout remaining, but it's just second down for Berwick. So they just need to protect the football and guard against the safety. Deandra is the fullback ahead of Noor, who again is deep. Gets the handoff, tries the right side, is forced out of bounds. Not something they wanted to do. At about the 7, closer to the 8-yard line. Bring up a third down, but the out of bounds stops the clock with 54.3 seconds to go, so the Wolfpack can keep a timeout in their back pocket. As Berwick's going to face a third down at about 3 from their own 9.
Bring up a 3rd and 3.
Yeah, I don't think he intended to go out of bounds. I think that was something there was really nowhere to go. If he fell down inbounds, I'm not sure if it was so close to the sideline, the ref would have stopped the clock anyway.
3rd and 3. Berwick trying to get the first down and run the clock out. Toss sweep left side to Benny Noor. Nothing there. Cuts it inside. Lowers the shoulder. Flag down. A flag fest in this opening half here at Crispin Field. And 48 seconds remain. Noor appeared to come up short of the first down yardage. Only thing I can guarantee you here is there'll be a conference. It is a holding call against Berwick. Now, this is interesting. If he didn't pick up the first down, you decline this penalty. It's 4th down. But they're going to take the penalty. It goes back to the 6. Cos, wouldn't that be the play to decline it?
I would think so, but I think he had the first down, Jim. I think that's why they took the penalty. It looked like he was about a yard beyond the sticks.
So Berwick now on 3rd and 5, and they'll get the first down the easy way against Matt Lonzinski. Does his magic? No, they're saying Berwick. Illegal procedure against the Bulldogs.
Well, the interesting thing of that last play, there was 48 seconds left, and with the clock starting, milking the clock and not snapping the ball because you have 25 seconds to run the play. It could have brought it down to about 23 seconds, and seemingly you could have run the clock out to end the half.
3rd and 9.
Now, Wilkes-Barre area is a little upset with the clock, and they'll see how much time they'll put on it. It looks like it's going to be 3rd and 9, Berwick, back at their 3. 29 seconds to go. The end of the half has just been riveting here. This last possession. Now we're going to have the long walk to the Berwick sideline to explain it to Carmen. Then we'll have probably a long walk to the far side to explain it to defensive coordinator Ed Michaels and head coach Cyril Cinti. They've indicated the amount of time they want on the clock, 30 seconds on the clock. Wilkes-Barre does have one timeout remaining. They'll use it if Berwick does not get the first down here and see if they can block a punt. Braden Boone, wide to the right. 3rd and 9. Betty Noor gets the call up the gut. He gets to about the 10-yard line. There's the timeout call. We'll take one as well. 24 seconds to go in the half. 14-0 Bulldogs. You're listening to Berwick Football and Sports Radio HLN.
Forge Pub and Eatery on 11th and Mulberry in Berwick is where you need to go when you want a delicious homemade meal. Forge is open every day at 11 with free delivery to the Berwick area. Follow their Facebook page to get the daily specials. They have a full bar, 10 beers on tap, 6 rotating seasonal brews, and an extensive selection of domestic and craft beer. It's the perfect place to go out with colleagues or for date night. Forge will always impress. Forge Pub and Eatery in Berwick is a proud supporter of the Berwick Bulldogs football team.
This is Berwick football coach Carm DiFrancesco. You are listening to Bulldogs football on Sports Radio HLM.
Berwick Bulldog football.
WHLM Bloomsburg, WBWX Berwick.
HLM.
24.1 seconds remaining in the opening half. Berwick leading Wilkes-Barre area 14-0. Wolfpack out of timeouts. Berwick faces 4th down and 4. They have it at their own 8-yard line. So you would think they will go all out to try to block this punt. At any rate, if they don't get the block, they should have good field position, but no timeouts, and there'll be limited time left in this half. The important thing now is, from a Berwick standpoint, a good snap by Ethan Lear and a good punt by Benny Knorr, who is standing 6 yards deep in the Berwick end zone to our left. Whistle and a stoppage. Please, guys, please get us to halftime.
Jim, this may be the longest first half of football I've ever seen it. I think there were 3 passes the whole half.
The longest 5 minutes of a half. Here we go. Please keep those hankies in your pockets. Knorr has the snap, gets the kick away. Low line drive kick, fielded at the 38-yard line of Berwick to the 35. The return to the 33-yard line by Andrew Jeske. So good field position for the Wolfpack, but only 15.3 seconds remaining. They will have it at the Berwick 34-yard line.
Yeah, I would expect them to come out with a 4-spoke offense, if not 5, and throw deep.
The safeties, Bo Sheptock and Dre Wilk, will be very, very deep. Sheptock back inside the 10-yard line. McClary has the snap, throws a quick out to the far side to Holman, and he's ridden out of bounds by Tristan English. So the quick hitter to Naquan Johnson, and with 9.1 seconds to go, that play gained only 2 yards. So I guess they were hoping the receiver could do something with it. Now they just about have to go long to have any chance at anything. As McClary out of the gun. Slap to the left, wide receiver right. Has the snap. Back to throw. Looking long to the far side, incomplete. Double coverage on the intended receiver, Johnson, as both Dre Wilk and Braden Boone were there. Clock stops with 3.5 seconds to go in the half. For time for one more play.
I would expect the same thing, Jim, something deep to the end zone. I thought that first down play was going to be a pitch pass, but if it was well covered by Berwick secondary.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense. It was just a quick hitter, a couple yards. Here we go. Maybe the last play of the half. McClary back to throw. Fires over the middle, has his man, a completion down to the 10-yard line. Naquan Johnson makes the catch on the final play of the first half. A half that ends with the score, Berwick 14, Wilkes-Barre area nothing. We'll be back with the first half scoring. Later on, Kaz will bring us some stats. You're listening to Bulldogs Football on Sports Radio HLM.
Yannick Real Estate is your full-service real estate agency. Buying, selling, residential, commercial, multifamily, land, and rental management. Call Yannick Real Estate. Owner Mike Yannick, a veteran himself, served his country and has been serving this area for decades. Mike and his staff will guide you through the real estate process. Veterans, be sure to check the VA loan options. Yannick Real Estate, your full-service real estate agency. 1232 West Front Street in Berwick. Call 759-3300.
Lehigh Valley Health Network has some great news for residents of Greater Hazleton and surrounding communities. LVPG, Hazleton Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, is now located in the Humboldt Industrial Park at Station Circle in Hazel Township. Their orthopedics and sports medicine experts provide complete orthopedic care and accept most insurances, including Geisinger Gold. LVPG, Hazleton Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, your partners in orthopedic care. To learn more, visit lvhn.org/orthopedics or call 570-861-8710.
If you have a child that's interested in gymnastics, or if you've been practicing the sport for years, then Access Gymnastics Academy is where you want to be. Their dedicated coaches will teach you everything you need to know to perform your best, from the basics of flexibility, form, and style to advanced techniques that will improve your rhythm and style during a routine. Call Heidi Rebuck at Access Gymnastics Academy at 570-441-5969. That's 570-441-5969. Now enrolling for beginner to advanced classes at 917 East 7th Street in Bloomsburg.
Hi, this is Cassidy from the Independence Ford Service Department, Route 11 in Bloomsburg. Does your Ford or Lincoln vehicle need service? Having trouble getting an appointment at your usual service center? At Independence Ford, we can and will take care of all your service needs. Regardless of where you purchase your Ford or Lincoln vehicle, our goal is to get you back on the road. Give me a call for an appointment today at 784-1414.
Come and get a great deal and total satisfaction.
Independence Ford, better people, better prices.
This is Berwick football coach Carm DiFrancesco. You are listening to Bulldogs football on Sports Radio HLM.
Berwick Bulldog football.
WHLM Bloomsburg, WBWX Berwick.
HLM.
Halftime from Crispin Field. Turns out to be a decent weather day at this point. We had some heavy rain here earlier. Game started with drizzle. Right now, sunshine threatening for this regular season finale. Berwick at the break leading Wilkes-Barre area by a score of 14-0. Berwick scored on their second possession. They took over at their own 49-yard line and put together a 10-play scoring drive. A lot of those plays were runs by Benny Norrie at 39 yards altogether. Then when Berwick got to the 12-yard line, there was a crossing pattern with Spencer Kishbaugh, and Matt Lunzinski was on target with the throw. A 12-yard touchdown pass altogether for Matt Lunzinski. It was his sixth touchdown pass of the season. For Spencer Kishbaugh, his fourth touchdown reception. The extra point by Brendan Hinkle made it 7-0 Berwick. It remained that way after one quarter of play. In the second quarter, after a punt, Berwick took over at the Wilkes-Barre at 36-yard line and took just 4 plays to get into the end zone. Longest play was a 19-yard run by Benny Noor. He capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown run. That came with 4:47 to play. Brendan Hinkle again with the extra point. Berwick led by a score of 14-0. Wilkes-Barre had one opportunity late in the half when they took over following a punt in Berwick territory. On the last, what turned out to be the last play of the half, they had 22-yard completion to Naquan Johnson from McClary, the quarterback. But that was the last play of the half. The ball ended up at the Berwick 10-yard line as time ran out. And that's how we stand here. It is Berwick leading Wilkes-Barre at the break 14-0. We'll take a look at some numbers from that opening half when we return. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Sports Radio HLM.
S.J. Kowalski Heating and Air Conditioning is proud to offer the Air Scrubber by Aris. It reduces exposure to common bacteria and viruses and their health effects. Air Scrubbers don't just treat the air, they also help to clean the surfaces of your home, such as countertops, bathrooms, kitchens, and doorknobs. The Air Scrubber is quick and easy, designed to fit into your existing HVAC system. Learn more by calling 1-888-KOWALSKI or on the web at sjkowalski.com.
Don's Towing on Route 11 in Bloomsburg can handle any tow, whether it's a car or big rig, 24/7. Don's has roadside assistance, and your satisfaction is their priority. They always have a truck available, and you'll never wait more than 20 minutes to be picked up and on your way again. Don't let a flat tire ruin your day. Don's Towing will help you get where you need to go without breaking the bank. They accept all insurances, and those that pay out of pocket will appreciate their low prices. Don's Towing, Route 11, Bloomsburg, or check out their Facebook page.
Northeast Pennsylvania, it's your home. And no matter what stage of life you find yourself in, what you rely on most is security. When that house becomes a home, the moment you get that new car, when your dreams become a reality, it's times like this when you have to look to the experts for advice and financial peace of mind. They're there with innovative products and services to help you with your financial future every step of the way. Together, they will help dreams and goals become reality. They are more than a bank. They're your neighbor. They are First Keystone Community Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Neighbor Fence Company has fencing for where you want it, serving Columbia, Montour, and Luzerne counties. Neighbor Fence provides top-quality residential and commercial fencing, vinyl, chain link, wood, aluminum, and ornamental fencing, plus vinyl railing and specialty products. Neighbor Fence Company, 1140 State Route 239 in Wapwallopen. Call 570-752-4423 or visit them online at neighborfencecompany.com. Neighbor Fence Company is a proud sponsor of local youth athletic teams.
This is Berwick football coach Carm DiFrancesco. You are listening to Bulldogs football on Sports Radio HLM.
Berwick Bulldog football.
WHLM Bloomsburg, WBWX Berwick.
HLM.
Halftime from Crispin Field in Berwick. This is the regular season finale. Berwick leading Wilkes-Barre area by a score of 14-0. Caused some pretty good numbers in that opening half for Benny Knorr. He was over 100 yards rushing for the entire game at Dallas. Even better today.
Yeah, he's having a wonderful game. He was 15 rushes for 110 yards today, and certainly leading the team. He's an excellent cutback runner, excellent vision today. Marquee game for him, and we still have a half of football to go.
We talked about Berwick's limited passing game, only 35 yards against Dallas last week. Still not throwing the ball a great deal, but the touchdown pass from Matt Lunzinski to Spencer Tishbaugh was a nice one.
Well, it was one great play by Lunzinski. He showed patience, but again, it all started with the offensive line. They picked up all the defenders from Wilkes-Barre, gave Lunzinski time, and gave Spencer time to run across the field to get open because he was covered initially in the middle of the field, and he caught that ball outside the hash and then ran into the end zone for a Berwick touchdown.
As far as defensively, Berwick has no complaints whatsoever. I mean, they have dominated the line of scrimmage. We mentioned the fact that Wilkes-Barre is without some key people on that offensive front, and it showed. Berwick dominated in that regard. They covered well. They had a spectacular interception by Dre Wilk. I don't know what defense coordinator Sean Sheptock is saying to his team at halftime, but there can't be too many complaints.
There shouldn't be. I have Wilkes-Barre for 8 rushing yards for the first half and 30 passing yards. And Berwick has smothered Wilkes-Barre's run game as they have most teams this season, playing excellent defense against the run.
And you mentioned 8 yards rushing. This is a team that runs the ball pretty well. I mean, 179.2 yards of rushing per game. That's a good number.
That's an outstanding number, and to minimize the amount of rush yards and neutralize the backfield of Wilkes-Barre, they have a stable of backs. They have 3 different tailbacks that they can use at any point in time that have consistently done well for them, and Berwick has shut them down.
Yeah, coming into this game, a couple of sophomores. Howie Shiner was averaging 5.6 yards a carry. Mackay Nelson, a fellow sophomore, 7.4 yards a carry combined for over 1,000 yards rushing, and absolutely nothing in that opening half.
Nothing at all. Outstanding defense.
Well, the Berwick Sports Hall of Fame is inducting their latest class. We'll tell you about that when we return. They're being recognized very shortly out at midfield here at Crispin Field. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Sports Radio HLM.
The Medicine Shop.
The Berwick Medicine Shop at their new location. 500 Fowler Avenue, Berwick, has your favorite pharmacist team, like Kim, who you've trusted for more than 20 years. And they've gotten even better. Free blister packs, free home delivery with no tips, and less than a 15-minute average wait time on prescriptions. Why would you go to the big box pharmacies where you might wait for days? Go to the name you know and trust, the Medicine Shop of Berwick, and follow their Facebook page. Berwick Medicine Shop proudly supports the Berwick Bulldogs.
Welsh's Towing and Repair proudly supports the Berwick Bulldogs and wishes them a successful year. Welsh's Towing and Repair has a long tradition of helping. You can call Welsh's 24/7 at 759-9737 if you are in need of a tow, jumpstart, tire change, are locked out, or to request them on scene if you're in an accident. Welsh's accepts all major insurance and motor clubs, and they offer all types of preventive maintenance and state inspections for cars, trucks, and motorcycles. Welsh's Towing and Repair, South Mercer Street in Berwick, and at their South Center storage facility, Columbia Boulevard in Berwick.
Looking for that perfect new vehicle for you and your family? Look no further than Fairfield Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Car, truck, or SUV, no matter what you're looking for, you can find it at Fairfield at a fantastic deal.
Find it at Fairfield.
During Jeep Adventure Days, you can go on or off-road all while getting a fantastic deal. Drive home a brand new 2021 Jeep Compass, just $25,900. It's also Ram Power Days, 1500s, 2500s, 3500s, and more. You won't find a bigger selection anywhere else. Make sure to take a look at their ad in the Web Weekly for all their incredible deals.
Find it at Fairfield.
Stop in and see the Kaiser Boys on Route 405 in Muncie or Dan Goldman on Route 11 in Danville. Fairfield for fantastic deals.
Offers on select vehicles for qualified buyers only. Not all will qualify. Must finance through Chrysler Capital. All offers end October 31st. See dealer for complete details.
Find it at Fairfield.
This is Berwick football coach Carm DiFrancesco. You are listening to Bulldogs football on Sports Radio HLM.
Berwick Bulldog football.
WHLM Bloomsburg, WBWX Berwick.
HLM.
Halftime from Crispin Field. The latest Berwick High School Sports Hall of Fame inductees being introduced at midfield. Those being introduced, Jen Mason Hyde from track and field, Adam Bogart from track and field and football, Benny Culver, football and baseball, and Dave Paolinelli, baseball and basketball. Well, we're at halftime. Berwick leading Wilkes-Barre 14-0 in the regular season finale for the Bulldogs, who will be here at Crispin Field next week to take on the Buckhorns of Wolfpack. They completed their season last night with a 24-0 win over Western Wayne. Their longtime coach, Mark Watson, in his 16th season, joins us at halftime. Mark, congratulations. How did that go last night? What were conditions like? Because a lot of people postponed.
Really, really windy last night. It was, especially we're right on the lake, so the leaves are off, so the wind was coming right across that lake. It was pretty nasty. Our field goal kicker actually kicked a 45-yarder in that wind, so it was pretty impressive.
Not a night for passing?
No, we tried to a little bit. It didn't go too well.
Well, you know, you get to this time of season when you're heading into the postseason playoffs, regardless of what your record is, and you're now 4-6 coming in, you hope to be playing your best football. Do you think that's true of your team?
You know, we're finally getting as healthy as we can. We had some kids with some knee injuries out for the season. So that was in the beginning. Now we're finally getting a little healthy. We had some kids affected by the virus, being quarantined. This week we actually had most of our kids back, and hopefully, we'll continue that.
What's the strength of your team? When you've played your best, what do you do well?
We have a couple good skill kids. We have a first-year quarterback who's a good athlete, and we have a really good wide receiver. Our running back's a 3-year starter, so he moves very well. So very good there. Very young up front, though. We're I think 4 sophomores and 2 juniors across the line with the tight end, so really young.
And defensively, you must be okay with the shutout last night.
We fly. Again, we're very, very young. I think there's 3 seniors on the defensive side of the ball, but they fly to the football and they move around very well.
And your schedule has certainly made you ready for postseason, or it seems to be. Delaware Valley, Valley View, Scranton Prep, North Pocono. That's a real gauntlet.
Yeah, we have, I think, the highest opponent winning percentage on our record. So definitely all the way across 4A, we're the highest opponent winning percentage. So it's been a tough schedule, but the nice thing is maybe it prepared us for this postseason.
And the North Pocono was, at least on paper, looking at the score 13-6, was a winnable game.
Yeah, really surprising that. We lost to North Pocono by 6 points, I believe, too. And, I thought DV was going to handle them a little bit better. But, we were down 14 in the fourth quarter to DV also. Played them very well. And then it got away from us a little at the end of block punt, a pick 6, and got away from us a little in the last 5 minutes. But played them very well, and I was surprised by that. But, both of those teams are very good football teams.
Well, Berwick moving their game to this afternoon, and right now, believe it or not, in bright sunshine here at Crispin Field. But it gave you the opportunity to see them firsthand with huddle and films and everything available to you. What do you get from seeing a game live that you can't get from film?
It's crazy. None of my coaching staff believes in going to see people in person. A couple weeks ago, we played on a Saturday, and I got a chance to watch DV. I said we had practice this morning. I cut out a little bit, and I thought there's nothing better than actually seeing what they look like in person. You get to see how they move and the size of them and the way they're put together. You can't see that on a game film. So I love coming and see the opponent if we have that opportunity, but unfortunately, you usually don't get that. I was kind of glad they moved it to a 1 o'clock start.
Well, tell us what you saw in the first half from Berwick.
They moved to the football. They're very lean, athletic, not as big as I thought they were going to be, especially along the line of scrimmage. But when you see them run out on the field, you can see they're very athletic. So, we have some big guys along the line of scrimmage, but they don't move like these guys move. So very concerned about, the way they move around on the football field. And, the skill guys are pretty good. Number 17 moves around very well. And their quarterback's a big dude. Just seeing the way he looks, that's one of the first things I text to our guys. The quarterback's a big kid.
Yeah, and offensively, they run the football very, very well in this first half. That has to be a concern for you.
Yeah, I thought they moved it very well. Again, we didn't play Wilkes-Barre. I didn't get a chance to see them all year. Didn't even watch them on any film because nobody played them that we played. But depending on how good they are, I'm not sure. But I'm very impressed with the way their line gets on the linebackers.
16th season at Wolfpack as the head coach. Must like it.
My wife is actually down in the stands there somewhere. She came with me. Actually, heading from here out to IUP. My daughter plays field hockey, so we're going to go see her tonight at 7 o'clock. So thought, what better opportunity than to do this? The previous week, I went out to a Penn State game. We have a player playing out there, and I got to see one of her games that night, too. So it's a great opportunity for me to see these guys here, Berwick a little bit, and then go see my daughter play, too. So great opportunity.
Well, it's great to meet you. I'll be talking to you Monday to go over a lineup, and we look forward to seeing you at Crispin Field next Friday.
Pleasure meeting you.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you very much.
Mark Watson, head coach of the Buckhorns of Wolfpack. They will be here at Crispin Field next Friday to start the District 2 Quad A playoffs. They are the number 5 seed in the districts. Berwick, the number 4 seed. Buckhorns will come in with a 4-6 record. They are coming off a shutout win over Western Wayne last night. Berwick hoping to come in with a 6-4 record. They have the advantage here at the break. It is Berwick 14 and Wilkes-Barre area nothing. We'll be back with the second half kickoff. You're listening to Bulldogs Football on Sports Radio HLN.
Yannick Real Estate is your full-service real estate agency. Buying, selling, residential, commercial, multifamily, land, and rental management. Call Yannick Real Estate. Owner Mike Yannick, a veteran himself, served his country and has been serving this area for decades. Mike and his staff will guide you through the real estate process. Veterans, be sure to check the VA loan options. Yannick Real Estate, your full-service real estate agency. 1232 West Front Street in Berwick. Call 759-3300.
Forge Pub and Eatery on 11th and Mulberry in Berwick is where you need to go when you want a delicious homemade meal. Forge is open every day at 11 with free delivery to the Berwick area. Follow their Facebook page to get the daily specials. They have a full bar, 10 beers on tap, 6 rotating seasonal brews, and an extensive selection of domestic and craft beer. It's the perfect place to go out with colleagues or for date night. Forge will always impress. Forge Pub and Eatery in Berwick is a proud supporter of the Berwick Bulldogs football team.
Mason's Monogramming has the largest selection of Bulldog items in Berwick. Family owned with more than 30 years experience and new Bulldog wear for every age, including masks, tees, polos, sweater shirts, jackets, and hats. They even have brand new indestructible silicone cups, koozies, car coasters, decals, and more. Shop at masonsmonogram.com for their new items and select in-person pickup or shipping right to you. Follow their Instagram at Mason's Monogram for their latest new items. Mason's Monogram service in Berwick. Let them personalize for you.
Lehigh Valley Health Network has some great news for residents of Greater Hazleton and surrounding communities. LVPG, Hazleton Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, is now located in the Humboldt Industrial Park at Station Circle in Hazel Township. Their orthopedics and sports medicine experts provide complete orthopedic care and accept most insurances, including Geisinger Gold. LVPG, Hazleton Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, your partners in orthopedic care. To learn more, visit lvhn.org/orthopedics or call 570-861-8710.
Looking for that perfect new vehicle for you and your family? Look no further than Fairfield Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Car, truck, or SUV, no matter what you're looking for, you can find it at Fairfield at a fantastic deal.
Find it at Fairfield.
During Jeep Adventure Days, you can go on or off-road all while getting a fantastic deal. Drive home a brand new 2021 Jeep Compass, just $25,900. It's also Ram Power Days, 1500s, 2500s, 3500s, and more. You won't find a bigger selection anywhere else. Make sure to take a look at their ad in the Web Weekly for all their incredible deals.
Find it at Fairfield.
Stop in and see the Kaiser Boys on Route 405 in Muncie or Dan Goldman on Route 11 in Danville. Fairfield for fantastic deals.
Offers on select vehicles for qualified buyers only. Not all will qualify. Must finance through Chrysler Capital. All offers end October 31st. See dealer for complete details.
Find it at Fairfield.
This is Berwick football coach Carm DiFrancesco. You are listening to Bulldogs football on Sports Radio HLM.
Berwick Bulldog football.
WHLM Bloomsburg, WBWX Berwick.
HLM.
Both teams have made their appearance on the field in the bright sunshine, I might add, here at Crispin Field. A couple minutes away from the kickoff to start the second half of this regular season finale for both teams. Berwick leading Wilkes-Barre area by a score of 14-0. And Kaz Curry with me for this broadcast today. And guys, let's talk about what's available for these both these teams for the second half. For Berwick, I don't know that you need to do anything differently. You're dominating the line of scrimmage, and boy, when you have that going for you, you have a lot going for you.
Absolutely. I would assume Berwick would come out in that same two tight end set, two running backs, and run the 5 to 8 hole, which is between the tackle and tight end on either side. That's where they're seeing a lot of success. And if there's any adjustments by Wilkes-Barre to try and stop that, then it's going to open something else up. Just monitor the gap, see where they're at, and then come back to some inside runs, and certainly, open up the passing game a little bit. Give the kids an opportunity.
And we talked about the possibility before the game began of Wilkes-Barre area bunching up along the line of scrimmage to stop the Berwick run. Berwick seemingly has done that against them, not to the extreme that they did against Wyoming Valley West a couple of weeks ago, but they are really crowding the line of scrimmage. They're not respecting the pass, and the pass might be something that Wilkes-Barre area needs to resort to.
I would expect them to do that just for a chance to get back in the game as well. As you know, and typically in high school football, a standard drive is 4 to 7 minutes. There's only so much time in the half, and you got to have at least 3 scores to have the opportunity to win. So I would expect them to come with some air attack.
When I talk defense, I think there's 2 things you do, especially in high school football. You stop the run, and you get after the quarterback when they go to passing. Well, Berwick has certainly stopped the run, 8 yards rushing the first half of Wilkes-Barre area, and we haven't seen a lot of passing, but on the season coming in, Berwick with 30 sacks. So if you can stop the run and get after the quarterback, you're in good shape.
Yeah, I think that Berwick's defense did they're flying to the ball. They have gap responsibility. The few passes that Wilkes-Barre did throw, the quarterback was under duress, and there were 2 completions for a total of 30 yards against McClary that McClary has in his stats. But I think the Dogs have done a good job of containing him and keeping pressure on him.
14-0 is the count. Berwick leading, and the Bulldogs will get the football to start this second half. And if this is going to be a game, then Wilkes-Barre area needs to keep Berwick off the board on that first possession. Again, you heard from Mark Watson, the head coach of Wolfpack at halftime. The Buckhorns will be here at Crispin Field next Friday to start the playoffs. And that'll be just the 3rd meeting between the 2 teams. They met twice previously in the early 2000s. And they'll be here to start the playoffs. Again, they completed the season 4-6, but they had a brutal schedule, and they did end their schedule with a shutout win last night. So that'll be next Friday, 7 o'clock kickoff. We hope you'll join us for the broadcast. It will start as usual with the Coach DeFrancesco show at 6 o'clock. Well, we stand corrected. Berwick did get the kickoff to start this game, so Wilkes-Barre area will get it. Howie Shiner and Steve Simcoe deep, and Brendan Hinkle will kick off for the Bulldogs. Wilkes-Barre area will be moving from our right to our left as we view things here in the third quarter. Berwick leading by a score of 14-0. 12-yard touchdown pass, Matt Lunzinski to Spencer Kishbaugh. 4-yard touchdown run by Benny Knorr. As Hinkle, one of the 8 Berwick seniors honored before this game, will kick it off.
He's been doing a good job kicking deep. The ball gets down to the 5, if not into the end zone regularly.
And that kick, as you speak, back to the 4-yard line. Shiner to the 10, and he is brought down short of the 15-yard line. Great coverage downfield. Jimmy Deandra. Also Tristan English following up. So a good kick by Hinkle to start the second half. Great coverage by the Bulldogs. And the Wolfpack will have the football inside their 20-yard line.
And Mike fell on that tackle. Consistent special teams player.
1st and 10 for Wilkes-Barre area. Javon McClary is the quarterback. He operates out of the gun with 3 receivers to the left. Long count. Has the snap, and he's wrapped up by Harrison Snyder for a loss to the 17-yard line. Looked like they might run a little option to the left, but it never got moving to that degree. And Harrison Snyder, who's been outstanding from his defensive end position, makes the play. Loss of a yard back to the 18, second down and 11.
Yeah, the option is a game that's predicated on timing, and Snyder and other Bulldogs disrupted that timing right from the get-go. That play had no chance.
Slot to the left side, wide receiver right. McClary out of the gun. Going to keep it himself, trying the left side, and Harrison Snyder again. This time a loss back to the 12-yard line. Boy, is he going to be something else. He's just a sophomore. 6'2", 190-pounder. I mentioned his numbers coming in. 35 tackles, 17 tackles for loss. So he just got a couple there, and 3rd and long.
Yeah, 2 in a row. 2 tackles for a loss in a row. Rangy, strong, good mobility. He's got a bright future.
3rd down and 17 for the Wolfpack. Back at their 12-yard line. 3 receivers to the right. McClary back to throw. Has time. Gets the pass away. Incomplete. Well, he said he had time, and then he didn't, as Andrew Blockus was in on his legs. And he didn't have enough oomph. He had a receiver, not able to get it there. Good first series for Berwick's defense. The punt team on for the Wolfpack.
And it was good pressure for Berwick because Javon Goodwin, the receiver for Wilkes-Barre, was open on that play. And it would have certainly resulted in a first down had he got the ball there.
Naquan Holman back to punt for the Wolfpack. Michael Andrzejewski does the long snapping. Holman back at the 1-yard line. Good snap. Kick not so good. Very, very high, but short. Takes a good roll where the Wolfpack is concerned, but it will go dead at their 48-yard line. So Berwick's first possession of the second half will start in Wilkes-Barre area territory with 10:17 to go in the third, and the Bulldogs leading this one by a score of 14-0.
35-yard punt for...
I think with the 2 tackles for losses on that last series, I think that negates the positive 8 yards that Wilkes-Barre has gained in the game, Jim.
Yeah.
This Berwick's really doing an excellent job of smothering the rush game for Wilkes-Barre.
Yeah, they almost have to try to go to the air. I mean, that's not their strength, but Jimmy Deambra comes on late. He'll be the fullback ahead of Benny Knorr in the I formation. Berwick at the Wilkes-Barre area 48. First snap of the second half for the Bulldogs. Lipinski in motion right to left. Lonsinski under center. Gives the ball to Benny Noor off the left side. Breaks free to the 40. Still on his feet down near the 35-yard line. Benny Noor has had himself a big afternoon carrying the football.
It's a 12-yard gain, Jim. He's hitting, keeping his legs turning, bouncing, spinning. Protege of the great backs of yesteryear that I witnessed in high school football, especially in Berwick.
11 yards on the carry efficiently to the 37-yard line of the Wolfpack. So the first play from scrimmage for Berwick in this second half is a successful one. Harrison Snyder's tight end on the left side. I formation again from the 37. Fake to Noor. Lonsinski back to throw, and he's looking long for Boone, and he has it. And he grabs it for the score. No, it comes out of his hands as he hits the turf. The pass on target. Braden Boone went up, had it, but couldn't secure it. When he came down, hit the turf in the end zone, the ball popped free.
And Matt Lonsinski had time on that play, again, due to the blocking up front. Berwick's offensive line is to be credited for giving him time to make that play. It was a beautiful pass, right on target, and unfortunately couldn't secure it.
Well, another thing that makes that play, Kaz, is the play action, because Berwick's been running the ball so well. So he fakes to a running back, and that buys him a little time as well. But play close, but 2nd and 10. Noor the call. Up the middle, breaks free, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and he is in for a Berwick touchdown. Benny Noor, 37 yards for the score.
That was all Benny. Again, cutback vision, simple isolation play, good blocking, and just outruns the secondary. 37 yards.
Quick start for Berwick in this second half. Noor goes the distance for his second rushing touchdown of the game. Brendan Hinkle, 2 for 2. Extra point attempts out of the hold of Braden Boone. Lear's snap is a good one, and the kick is good as well. Top of the field, 9:26 to go, third quarter. Berwick 21, Wilkes-Barre area nothing. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Sports Radio HLM.
Red's Roofing, the roofing ninjas of Berwick. The roofing experts for all of our listening area. With over 30 years experience and great rates, why go anywhere else when Red's Roofing will get the job done right for your roofing, decks, and siding. Specializing in metal roofs, rubber roofs, and shingles. Most of the work is done in one day. Red's Roofing, the roofing ninjas. Now located in Dushore and also serving Bradford and Sullivan counties with owner Harry Titus, a supporter of the Berwick football team and St. Jude Children's Hospital. Call 570-752-4351.
This is Berwick football coach Carm DiFrancesco. You are listening to Bulldogs football on Sports Radio HLM.
Berwick Bulldog football.
WHLM Bloomsburg, WBWX Berwick.
HLM.
Benny Noor with his second rushing touchdown of the game. This one from 37 yards out. Berwick extends their lead over Wilkes-Barre area to 21-0, 9:26 to go in the third quarter. Brendan Hinkle 3 for 3 in extra points will kick off. Very, very high. Steve Simcoe up the middle to 5, to the 10, to the 15, and Tristan English, getting down on kick coverage again. Nice tackle in the open field. It'll be short of the 25-yard line, and Wilkes-Barre will take over, now facing a 21-0 deficit.
Yeah, Benny Noor added 49 yards on 2 carries on that drive.
He is having a career afternoon as Wilkes-Barre area from their own 23-yard line with a 1st and 10. 3 receivers to the left. And now man in motion, so 4 receivers that way. McClary fakes a pass that way, goes on the quarterback draw, and goes nowhere. Alex Hacker from his defensive end position lowers the boom. A loss of 3 back to the 20. 2nd down and 13.
I think he wanted to throw that hitch to Howie Shiner, number 16, and Spencer Kishball was in great position. And I think he second-guessed the throw because it may have been picked for a touchdown in the other direction. So he chose to run it, and Berwick was there to stuff it with a 3-yard loss.
2nd down and 13 for the Wolfpack. Back at their 23-yard line, they have some confusion with personnel, and they burn a timeout. 8:42 to go in the third. Berwick leads 21-0. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Sports Radio, HLM.
Riverview Block of Berwick, with over 75 years of service, can handle all your block and concrete needs. They carry all sizes of concrete block, including decorative E.P. Henry landscaping block. Their concrete is PennDOT approved and delivered with front discharge trucks. Riverview Block also carries masonry supplies, tools, cement, sand, and stone. For prompt delivery, call Riverview Block, 570-752-7191. Riverview Block is proud to support the Berwick Bulldogs.
This is Berwick football coach Carm DiFrancesco. You are listening to Bulldogs football on Sports Radio HLM.
Berwick Bulldog football.
WHLM Bloomsburg, WBWX Berwick.
HLM.
8:42 remaining in the third quarter. Berwick leading Wilkes-Barre area 21-0. Wolfpack second and 13 from their own 20-yard line following their timeout. Javon McClary, the quarterback, out of the gun, has the snap, and he's back to throw. And he has some time as he fires, and Sincere Williams drops the football, and then a late hit against Trey Wilk. And this will be 15 yards coming against Berwick. That time, McClary had time, and his pass was on target to Sincere Williams. The sophomore couldn't make the grab, but this penalty will give Wilkes-Barre area a first down.
Yeah, I think the penalty, Jim, comes in that he swung his forearm elbow into him. If he had led with the shoulder, he would have been fine. But because of that drew the penalty flag. I'm not surprised at that call.
So Wilkes-Barre will pick up the first down on the penalty. Their first down of the second half. It will take the crew a little bit of time to sort this out, as mass substitutions for the Wolfpack. The penalty brings it out to the 35-yard line. First and 10. Sincere Williams now is in a slot to the left side. Michael Andrzejewski outside of him. Ready to go.
First and 10.
McClary under center. Shiner, the lone running back, behind him. Shiner gets the call, tries the right side, and nothing doing. Right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Hacker came from the left end position to make a sack, or not a sack, but a tackle at the middle of the field, the middle of the formation. Very good quickness.
Second down. They give him a yard to the 36-yard line. Second and 9 for the Wolfpack. Slot to the right, slot to the left. McClary has the shotgun snap. Rolling right. Fires to the sideline, incomplete. He had a man wide open. Pass beyond his reach.
McClary made a nice athletic play on that because the snap was a little off, and he bobbled it for a split second, but got it under control, was able to roll right and attempt to make a play. The receiver was open. I think the beginning of that play disrupted the timing. Or may have been better success for Wilkes-Barre on that play.
Third down and 9. Wilkes-Barre area at their own 36-yard line. 3 receivers to the right. 1 to the left. McClary out of the gun. Steps up into it. Here comes the rush. Keeps his footing and then slips and falls before he could be sacked by Spencer Kishbaugh. Good pressure on the quarterback once again. And the punt team on for the Wolfpack.
Yeah, as McClary was scrambling to the right, he saw Spencer Kishbaugh bearing down on him, and he fell, which I think was a good decision. I'd have done the same thing.
Punting situation. Naquan Holman has been busy doing that. Michael Andrzejewski does the long snapping. Benny Noor joins Braden Boone deep for the Bulldogs. Kick is a very, very low line drive. It hits the back of a defender. Then Benny Noor picks it up and returns to the 46-yard line. So Berwick will put the ball in play in good field position, their own 46-yard line, with 7 minutes and 12 seconds remaining in the third quarter. And the Bulldogs leading this one by a score of 21-0.
Yeah, it was a line drive punt. It hit number 17, Ruben Squade from Wilkes-Barre. And Benny made a good heads-up play. He didn't have to pick it up, but he certainly gained an extra yard or two by his aggressiveness.
So we'll see how the Bulldogs play it as they move from our left to our right. here in the third quarter. And we'll have a quarterback change. Ethan Lear is now the quarterback for the Bulldogs. He operates out of the shotgun, and he's going to keep the football. Carr is to his left, runs over a tackler as he gets out to midfield. Impressive run by Ethan Lear. They were raving about his performance against Dallas in a JV game on Monday night. Had 3 long touchdown runs. They put him in specifically for a run. They give him 3 to the 49, but a hard run there.
Yeah, hard run. There were only 10 guys on the field for Berwick. They didn't have a slot, but they had enough guys on the line of scrimmage to not draw a penalty. So, all Lear on that one.
Second down and 7. Bulldogs from their 49. Lear, the sophomore quarterback, awaits the snap. Fakes to Benny Knorr, keeps it himself, and will get only to the line of scrimmage as he's brought down quickly as Gannon Redding, 6'1", 205-pound junior, leading tackler on this team, makes the stop. So we'll see if they let the youngster go to the air on third down and 7. Berwick at their 49-yard line.
3rd and 7.
He trots to the sideline to get the play call. Nick Dawson and C.J. Curry conferring with him there. 3rd and 7. 3 receivers to the right. Lear has the snap, going to carry it again. Has some yardage and may have the first down. He's in Wilkes-Barre territory near the 44-yard line. Ethan Lear very close. Gannon Redding again in on the play. I think they're ruling him just short. I can see Berwick going for it here.
Yeah, they indicated first down, Jim, on that. Nice run by Lear and good blocking downfield. Braden Boone was shaken up on the play, did an excellent job of blocking the corner to spring him for the next Lear for the last 5 yards and that first down.
7 yards on the carry by Ethan Lear, picks up the first down. He'll come out of there now. Starting quarterback Matt Lunsinski back in as Berwick 1st and 10 at the Wilkes-Barre area 44-yard line. Slabensky wide to the left. I formation. Knorr at the tail of the tandem, and let's see, too much time, Berwick?
Yeah, delay a game.
Yeah. So we'll mark it back to the 49-yard line. It'll be 1st and 15 for the Bulldogs. Again, Berwick back here at Crispin Field next Friday night to take on Wolfpack in the District 2 Quad A quarterfinals. 8 teams qualify. Number 1 seed is Valley View, even though they lost last night to Scranton Prep, their first loss of the season. Here's a 1st and 15, Berwick. Onsinski under center. Gives the ball to Deambra, and he is stuck and dropped after a gain of 2 to the 49-yard line of Wilkes-Barre area.
Yeah, the timing looked off on that. Everything looked discombobulated, but Wilkes-Barre did a good job of gap control and making a play at the line of scrimmage.
2nd down and 13. Berwick at the Wilkes-Barre area 49-yard line. Clock running, 4:25 to go in the third. Bulldogs dominating this one 21-0. As Rowan Slabensky wide to the right side on 2nd and long. Lunsinski under center. Fake handoff, rolls right. Here comes the pass rush. He's hit and dropped near midfield. As they get a good rush on Matt Lunsinski. And getting the sacks is Max Greger at the Berwick 49-yard line. So
yeah,
it's 3rd about 15.
There was a play-action waggle pass, pulled both guards to the left, put the halfback in the flat to the left, and had Taji deep. Unfortunately, didn't have time to get it there. Good defense by Wilkes-Barre.
Josh Kishbaugh checks into the Berwick offense on 3rd down and 17. Ball back at the Bulldog 49-yard line. Spencer Kishbaugh on a wing to the right. Lunsinski has the shotgun snap, and he's back to throw, and he's looking long downfield. No one's there now. Kishbaugh checks in and gets the catch. The ball pops loose, goes into the end zone. They're ruling incomplete. There is a flag down. That was a strange play. Berwick had 2 receivers together. Neither one was looking for the football. But when Linsinski let it go, Spencer Kishball put on the afterburners. Looked like he might have a touchdown, but the connection not made and a flag to boot.
Yeah, it looked like when Slavinsky was interfered with, and he threw his hands up in the air looking for a flag. Spencer Kishball kept going, made the play, and the connection was there. Unfortunately, couldn't come down with it.
They got the flag. Mark off against the Wolfpack. See where they got to mark the football. It's mass substitutions for Wilkes-Barre area. The ball will be at the 36-yard line of Wilkes-Barre area. 1st and 10, Bulldogs. Or is it a first down? Now, they're marking it a 3rd down and 2 at the Wolfpack 36-yard line.
I think because it was 3rd and 12 on the previous play, the 10-yard penalty didn't give him enough for the first down.
Slot to the left. Lubzinski out of the gun. Gives the ball to Knorr. Knorr is the first down, and then some. Breaks free. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. And Benny Knorr continues his monster afternoon with a 36-yard touchdown run.
Jim, the two guards for Berwick, Andrew Blockus and Liam Carroll, both pulled, led up in the hole to secure blocks to spring Knorr on that play. He did break a tackle in the secondary, which shows his strength and his power. But what a great effort by all 11.
36 yards for Knorr. He had a 37-yarder earlier in this quarter.
Berwick needs a holder.
Yeah, they do. Braden Boone is the normal holder. He's not out on the field. And the Bulldogs will use a timeout. We'll keep it right here with 3:03 remaining in the half. Benny Knorr might end up with a 200-yard game, depending on how long they keep him in. You know, they do have the playoff game coming up, and gets late in this game with the big lead. 27-0 is the count right now.
So far this half, with 3 minutes to go in the third quarter, Benny Knorr has 87 yards, 3 carries, and 2 touchdowns.
And that would give him what for the game?
197 right now on 18 carries and 3 touchdowns total.
Well, I guess I'm not out on the limb saying he might get a 200-yard game. It's one more carry for him. The Bulldogs hopefully have the right personnel to attempt this extra point. Must be an issue with Braden Boone because he is not in the game even after the timeout.
Yeah, he got injured on a play earlier today when he was blocking, which sprung Benny Knorr on that 37-yard or that 12-yard run he had initially in the beginning of the quarter.
Benny Knorr holds for the Brendan Hinkle kick. It is up and it is good. Time out on the field. 3:03 to go, third quarter. Berwick 28, Wilkes-Barre 0. You're listening to Bulldogs football, Sports Radio, HLM.
Don's Towing on Route 11 in Bloomsburg can handle any tow, whether it's a car or big rig, 24/7. Don's has roadside assistance, and your satisfaction is their priority. They always have a truck available, and you'll never wait more than 20 minutes to be picked up and on your way again. Don't let a flat tire ruin your day. Don's Towing will help you get where you need to go without breaking the bank. They accept all insurances, and those that pay out of pocket will appreciate their low prices. Don's Towing, Route 11, Bloomsburg, or check out their Facebook page.
This is Berwick football coach Carm DiFrancesco. You are listening to Bulldogs football on Sports Radio HLM.
Berwick Bulldog football.
WHLM Bloomsburg, WBWX Berwick.
HLM.
It's in the Benny Knorr Show here at Crispin Field on Senior Day. Berwick leading 28-0. Line drive kick by Brendan Hinkle. Be fielded back at the 10-yard line. The return by Simcoe, and he's brought down by Jimmy D'Ambra. Big tackle in the open field. Wrapped the arms around the returner right at the 20-yard line. So, Kaz mentioned earlier that Brendan Hinkle's been kicking off well, and his teammates have really gotten down under these kicks.
The best kick coverage I've seen Berwick have ever this game. Just a wall of blue, staying in their lanes, converging on the football, and making great plays. Jimmy D'Ambra, picture-perfect tackle on that play.
21-yard line is where the ball is. Wolfpack in their own territory. They go to an I formation. Shiner gets the call, tries the right side, and gets a little bit of a surge. Picks up about 4 to the 25-yard line. One of their better running plays. Berwick has been so dominant. We have Josh Kishbaugh in at a corner now for the Bulldogs. Braden Boone's day is done. He has the shoulder pads off. There's a second down and 4 for the Wolfpack, just over their 25-yard line. I formation again, fake to Shiner, back to throw. Clary is passed just beyond the reach of Naquan Johnson. Good coverage by Spencer Kishbaugh. Kishbaugh is so versatile. I mean, you could put him at the line of scrimmage. He would do well there. Comes off the edge, is a great pass rusher. And here he is, 40 yards downfield, covering a wide receiver.
Yeah, he can run. He's like a gazelle. He's rangy, long arms. When he extends himself, he's over 7 feet, or probably 8 feet tall.
3rd and 4. Wilkes-Barre area at their own 26. McClary back to throw. Big pass rush. Sees some running room, and then it closes quickly. He's brought down the 25-yard line. But Berwick just gets to the football. The aforementioned Spencer Kishbaugh in on the play. Punt team on for Wilkes-Barre area.
Yeah, Harrison Snyder was chasing him from the back, and they both hit him at the same time. Good defense.
I tell you, sometimes it's like a competition for Berwick defenders getting to the quarterback. Trying to beat each other to get there.
Yeah, they all have a motor, and they all compete well, and they play for each other. That's what I like.
Here's Hallman's punt. Hits at the 50. Takes a Wolfpack roll and will go dead near the Berwick 41-yard line. So, again, great field position for the Bulldogs, who take over with 1:29 to go in the third. And Berwick leading by a score of 28-0. We've had the full gamut of weather today. We had hard rain before the game, light rain to start the game, bright sunshine during the game, and now a cloud cover that I wouldn't want to bet against. some more rain before this one's over. Lights have been on from the outset as the Bulldogs take over at their 41-yard line. Wide receiver to either side. Onzinski gives the ball to Ryan Bankus. We didn't think was going to play at all in this game, but he has the carry. He was the Bulldogs' leading ball carrier when he had to sit out for a couple of weeks. He picks up 5 on his return to action. 2nd and 5. I tell you what, with Benny Knorr having the day he is, and then you add in Ryan Bankus, who was outstanding before he had to go away from the team for a while, and then Bo Sheptock, Berwick is really deep at running back.
It's a stable of running backs, and they all contribute at such a high level.
Onzinski gives the ball. Bankus lost the handle and goes back and recovers at the 45-yard line. It'll be a 3rd down call coming. We saw Mekhi Nelson jogging to the Wilkes-Barre area locker room. You know, I saw him even in warm-ups limping, so he's not ready to go. Normally he's a key part of their offense, and I think we've seen him for 1 carry this afternoon. He's just not been in the mix. He's just doesn't appear to be fully healthy. As Berwick will let that clock wind down. One more play they have to run in this third quarter. It is a 3rd down and 5 from their own 46-yard line. Onzinski gives straight ahead. The ball is loose, and Wilkes-Barre has it. And a return down that sideline, out of bounds at the 30-yard line, is the recoverer of the fumble, Ben Kenzakowski. So Berwick will run up the middle, ball pop free. Kenzakowski with the return almost had a touchdown, but stepped on the sideline. And Wilkes-Barre will have it at the Berwick 30 when we start the 4th quarter. 3 in the books here at Crispin Field. Berwick 28, Wilkes-Barre 0. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Sports Radio HLM.
Red's Roofing, the roofing ninjas of Berwick. The roofing experts for all of our listening area. With over 30 years experience and great rates, why go anywhere else when Red's Roofing will get the job done right for your roofing, decks, and siding, specializing in metal roofs, rubber roofs, and shingles. Most of the work is done in one day. Red's Roofing, the roofing ninjas. Now located in Dushore and also serving Bradford and Sullivan counties with owner Harry Titus, a supporter of the Berwick football team and St. Jude Children's Hospital. Call 570-752-4351.
This is Berwick football coach Carm DiFrancesco. You are listening to Bulldogs football on Sports Radio HLM.
Berwick Bulldog football.
WHLM Bloomsburg, WBWX Berwick.
HLM.
Berwick defense has been good this season, but they have not pitched a shutout. They have one going through three quarters. They lead Wilkes-Barre area here at Crispin Field 28-0. But the Wolfpack recovered a fumble in the last play of the third quarter. And they move from our left to our right. They have it at the Bulldogs 30-yard line to start this quarter. Javon Goodwin wide to the left side. Actually, there's a slot to either side. McClary will operate out of the gun.
Yeah, we have a tight end as a five-receiver offense here, Jim. Tight end to the right.
McClary backs up into the shotgun. Sends a man in motion. It's Johnson. Fake to him. McClary back to throw. Looking long for Sincere Williams. Just beyond his reach inside the 5-yard line. Good attempt by the Wolfpack on both ends, but just off the extended fingertips of Sincere Williams.
But yeah, McClary, it was a play action. They faked the speed sweep, used the speed sweep as a blocker, gave him some more time on that post corner route by Sincere Williams.
Second down and 10. Empty backfield for McClary, who's under center. Sends a man in motion, back to throw, fires to the far sideline to Goodwin, and he's going to throw downfield, incomplete. So the double pass, it comes up short. Nice coverage downfield by Dre Wilk.
Yeah, he didn't get faked out by that. The receiver stuttered a little bit like he was going to block, and then sped up, and Wilk's athletic ability, he was with him the whole way.
Third down and 10. The Wolfpack, I'm sure, in four-down territory, trailing 28-0 here, just underway in the fourth quarter. McClary under center after a shift. Three receivers shift to the left side. McClary gives it to Howie Shiner, and Andrew Blockus is all over the play for a loss of 3 yards. Boy, he has been outstanding this season from the tackle position. You can't get across the line of scrimmage much quicker than Blockus did there.
Yeah, that was a 10. When you grade players and you grade plays as a coach, that's a 10.
4th and 11 now for Wilkes-Barre area at their 31-yard line. Slot to the left, slot to the right. McClary has the snap. Back to throw. Looking long downfield into coverage. The ball is tipped and it's intercepted in the end zone by Dre Wilk. And the return to the 15. Flag slide to the 20, to the 30, to the 40. McClary makes the tackle at the 40-yard line. Dre Wilk with his second interception of the game. Returns it over 40 yards. We'll check the flag.
He was in a great position, as it is from a safety position. Went up, high-pointed the ball, caught it, landed on his feet, and just made a great athletic play to return it to the 40-yard line.
A lot of that return will come back, but Berwick will still have the football. For the second interception of the game by Dre Wilk. First one was an absolute thing of beauty, a one-handed pick in that opening half. It'll be at the Berwick 15-yard line. So that's where the Bulldogs will put it in play. They move from our right to our left in the fourth period, which has 10 minutes and 53 seconds remaining. Waldzinski trots on to do the quarterbacking. We saw a couple of running plays from backup Ethan Lear in that third quarter, as Wilkes-Barre area with some personnel issues on defense. And they will use a timeout. We'll take one as well. 10:53 to go. 28-0 Bulldogs. You're listening to Berwick Football on Sports Radio HLM.
Hi, this is Cassidy from the Independence Ford Service Department, Route 11 in Wilkes-Barre. Does your Ford or Lincoln vehicle need service? Having trouble getting an appointment at your usual service center? At Independence Ford, we can and will take care of all your service needs. Regardless of where you purchase your Ford or Lincoln vehicle, our goal is to get you back on the road. Give me a call for an appointment today at 784-1414.
Come and get a great deal and total satisfaction.
Independence Ford, better people, better prices.
This is Berwick football coach Carm DiFrancesco. You are listening to Bulldogs football on Sports Radio HLM.
Berwick Bulldog football.
WHLM Bloomsburg, WBWX Berwick.
HLM.
Following the Wilkes-Barre and timeout, Berwick first and 10 at their own 15-yard line. Bulldogs lead this one 28-0. Trying to close out the regular season at a 6-4 mark. The handoff to Ryan Bankus. Lots of running room off the left side, and then he's bulldogged down at the 25-yard line. Sear Williams makes the stop. Is there a flag?
There is a flag. The line judge on the Wilkes-Barre side threw it offside. Berwick is coming back.
Illegal procedure against the Bulldogs. Will bring it back to the 10. The first and 15 for Berwick. Bulldogs had a 4-game winning streak end at Dallas last week, but have come back strong in this one. They have pretty much dominated on offense and defense in this 28-0 lead to start the fourth quarter.
Well, I know Coach DiFrancesco challenged his team after the game last week on all fronts, offense, defense, special teams, and so far responding well.
Ryan Bankus the call again off the right side, getting tackled, but not before he picks up about 11 to the 21-yard line. Second down call coming for the Bulldogs. Again, the Buckhorns of Wolfpack, who have only played Berwick twice in the school's football histories, will be here Friday night for 7 o'clock kickoff. Winner of that one will face the winner of number 1 versus number 8. Number 1 is Valley View. Not sure who's going to finish in that 8 spot. Second down and 4. Bulldogs from the 21. Bankus the call again off the left side. Gets out to the 25-yard line, very close to the first down yardage. He may have it.
If he has it, he has it by the ball, the nose of the ball, but a first down is a first down, and that's what they're going to mark.
So Ryan Bankus getting back in the swing of things. When the Bulldogs lost him, he was their leading rusher at 366 yards. Kaz and I saw him at Kingston have a terrific game against Wyoming Valley West, had 132 yards rushing in that game. So Berwick does get the first down at their 25-yard line. Josh Kishbaugh in as a wide receiver. He's to the far left. Wanzinski out of the gun. Back to throw. He's looking long for Rowan Slabinski. The ball just beyond his reach at about the 37-yard line.
It was a good pattern by Slabinski. A little out and up, and football, but slightly out of reach. But
Nick Pajovich, one of 8 seniors introduced with parents and loved ones before the game, is now in the Berwick lineup as the Bulldogs second and 10 from their 25-yard line. 8:53 to go in the game. Pajovich lines up wide to the left. Rowan Slabinski in a slot to that side. Wanzinski keeps the football, and he'll lose yardage as Fred White comes down from his defensive end position to make the play. It'll be a loss of 3 back to the 22-yard line. Third down and 13 Bulldogs.
It was a tight wing set for Berwick, and Wilkes-Barre was in a 53 with a cover 3. It looked like a play-action quarterback keep to the left toward us, and Wilkes-Barre did a good job of blowing that up.
Yeah, Fred White made a nice play. There really wasn't much chance for Linsinski to do anything. Here's third and 13. We'll see how the Bulldogs play it with that big lead here and 8:10 to go. Linsinski back to throw. Big pass rush. Scrambling, gets by one man, gets by another, and then runs out of real estate on the Berwick sideline. May have picked up a yard or two. Clock will stop, and the punt team will come on for Berwick.
I think if you took all the moves, I think he ran 37 yards on that play to gain one. But he made a lot of people miss him. I give him credit.
Benny Noor will come on. His day may be done as a running back, but it continues as the punter, as Wilkes-Barre area drops Ariel Lopez deep, along with Michael Andrzejewski. Ethan Lear with a good snap. Kick is very, very short, very, very, very high. Hits Andrew Blockus from behind and will be down at about the Berwick 49-yard line. So Wilkes-Barre area takes over with 7:25 remaining in the game, and Berwick leading this one by a score of 28-0.
Again, it's been a defensive day. Berwick working for that first shutout. This arguably could be one of the last drives for Wilkes-Barre.
They have it at the Bulldog 49-yard line. Javon McClary is in. Mentioned Mekhi Nelson, who hasn't seen a lot of action. He is one of three receivers to the left. McClary has the snap and throws it out to Nelson. It goes through his arms and will be ruled incomplete.
You mentioned Mekhi Nelson. He is a champion sprinter. He's one of the fastest kids in District 2 and will competed at the state level. Sure, do that again this year in track and field. Great athlete.
Yeah, and you could see even in warm-ups that he was limping a bit. He's just not been himself, and that was, I think, only his second target of the game. He had one running attempt earlier, then that pass there. 2nd and 10. Wolfpack at the Bulldog 49. Call goes to Howie Shiner. Shiner tries the left side, and he'll get a yard, maybe two on the play. I don't think they'll give him that forward progress, which got inside the 45. Berwick's done a great job on Shiner. He is a very, very tough runner. Just has not had anywhere to go. Got two there, 3rd and 8.
Wilkes-Barre was in an unbalanced formation that time to the left, and Berwick adjusted well to it, obviously through the scouting report, and again, just as they have most of this season, just shut down the run game of their opponent.
Ethan Lear is in as a safety. Nick Pajovich is the other safety. Here's a 3rd and 8. McClary back to throw, fires, the ball is tipped and incomplete. Spencer Kishbaugh got his hands on the ball at the 43-yard line.
Spencer Kishbaugh made a tremendous play on that, because had he not, he was wide open. That would have been big yardage for Wilkes-Barre.
So the Wolfpack will bring the punt team on with 6:36 to go. And Berwick with that big lead. Naquan Holman, a senior. It's a very young Wilkes-Barre area team. 19 of their 22 starters underclassmen, including 8 sophomores and 2 freshmen. Line drive kick. Benny Noor back at the 16-yard line to the 20, to the 30, to the 35, to the 40, and wrapped up and out of bounds over midfield at the 48-yard line. Good return by Benny Noor.
We have a penalty flag down, Jim. I think they're going to call a block against a defenseless player.
6:24 remaining in the game. I talked about the youth of the Wilkes-Barre area with 19 of their 22 starters, underclassmen. Berwick has 15 of their starting 22 as underclassmen. So both these teams are playoff teams, but they're probably a year away from what they can be.
Yeah, they're both going to make a lot of noise in the future. And to your point about Wilkes-Barre's youth, having 2 freshmen starting and all those sophomores, I mean, there's, for as well as they played this year, and even with some of those losses, games they were in against competitive, good quality football teams, they will have, opportunities down the road if they just do all those things we talked about earlier in the game about staying together.
See where they're going to mark the football. This crew has been very, very slow with doing that. It's at the 25-yard line. That's where Berwick will have it. 6:24 to go. Bulldogs lead at 28-0. Slot to the right side. Ryan Bankus is the running back. Just now getting the chain crew on the far side to where they need to be. Ethan Lear awaiting the shotgun snap. Has it. Hands off to Ryan Bankus. Bankus tries the left side. Nothing there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 26-yard line. Second down and 9.
Yeah, not much doing there. Good job by the Wilkes-Barre defense.
What Berwick would like is a long time-consuming drive and put this one away. They got out of this game to this point pretty healthily, with the exception of Braden Boone, who had his left arm in a sling in this second half. Lear out of the gun on second down. Hands it off. Ryan Bankus, this time some running room, gets over the 30, out to about the 34-yard line. Bring a third down call coming. Clock winds with 5:30 remaining in the game.
Nice 7-yard run by Bankus. Again, cutback runner. All Berwick's yards today, whether it's Benny Noor or Bankus, coming off cutbacks.
Lear has the play call. See what the sophomore is instructed to do on third down and 2. Berwick at their 33. Slot to the right side. Lear has the snap. He's going to keep it himself. Looks for some blocking off the left side and does not get it, as he is brought down at the 33-yard line. Fourth down and 1 for Berwick.
Rocco Romeo was playing wing on that play. He had a good block on the outside. Had that outside defender been blocked, that would have been a big play for Lear. Fourth and 1, as Wilkes-Barre area will drop Michael Andrzejewski back in single safety. Ethan Lear goes from quarterback to long snapper now. Benny Noor gets his snap back at the 20, gets the kick away. End over end kick. Andrzejewski on the run to 38, beats one tackler, can't beat the next one. That is Ethan Lear. He does such an excellent job, not only with the snapping, which is an important role, but he is invariably the first one down there, and a steady tackler. Made the play there. 4:08 to go. Wilkes-Barre area with the ball, trying to avert the shutout. Berwick leading 28-0. Yeah, Berwick subbing a lot of their defense at this point, and for good reason.
Yeah, with the playoffs coming up next week, makes sense. You've got the game in hand. Obviously, you'd like to keep that shutout, but not at the sake of someone getting hurt late in the game. Shiner gets the carry. He's got some running room. Howie Shiner still on his feet all the way to the Berwick 41-yard line. So you can see right away the difference when the subs come in. They're marking at the 43. So 16 yards in the carry by Howie Shiner. First and 10. Wilkes-Barre area at the Berwick 43-yard line as we go under 4 minutes to go in this one.
I would look for Wilkes-Barre to come back with that same play.
There you have an I formation. John Chase is a big fullback ahead of Shiner, who gets the call, breaks into the 40, 35, and down to the 30-yard line. So Shiner's going to have numbers possibly at the end of this game. It looks like he had a good game, but Berwick, to their credit, had him bottled up for most of the game. This yardage now, 16-yarder followed by a 12-yarder, is against the backups. Wilkes-Barre area trying to get on the board. Avert the shutout here in the fourth. Shiner again off the left side, breaks free to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, and goes in for the touchdown. Howie Shiner runs of 16, 12, and 34 yards, the final for the touchdown.
Yeah, they ran the same play out of different formations 3 times in a row, and Shiner's a good back. He had a great season, averaging over 5 yards a carry. Berwick's defense neutralized him, and he found some success here late, but the young kids will learn from it as well.
Cochran will attempt the extra point. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Time on the field, 3:06 remaining. Berwick 28, Wilkes-Barre 7. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Sports Radio HLM.
Welch's Towing and Repair proudly supports the Berwick Bulldogs and wishes them a successful year. Welch's Towing and Repair has a long tradition of helping. You can call Welch's 24/7 at 759-9737 if you are in need of a tow, jump start, tire change, are locked out, or to request them on scene if you're in an accident. Welch's accepts all major insurance and motor clubs, and they offer all types of preventive maintenance and state inspections for cars, trucks, and motorcycles. Welch's Towing and Repair, South Mercer Street in Berwick, and at their South Center Storage Facility, Columbia Boulevard in Berwick.
This is Berwick football coach Carm DiFrancesco. You are listening to Bulldogs football on Sports Radio HLM.
Berwick Bulldog football.
WHLM Bloomsburg, WBWX Berwick.
HLM.
3:06 remaining in the game. Wilkes-Barre area averts the shutout. They get a 3-play drive. All runs by Howie Shiner. The last from 34 yards out. And it's a 28-7 Berwick advantage. 3:06 to go. As Corcoran will kick it off following his extra point.
Berwick needs to be wary of an onside kick here, Jim, or a squib.
And they have two people deep, not necessarily looking for it. There is a kick along the turf. And Berwick up man Alex Hacker takes the knee, and Berwick will have the football with 3:05 to go. And they can put the final touches on their 6th win of the season.
I have to say, Alex Hacker showed great hands there. And his father, when he played for Berwick, was an offensive lineman and a defensive tackle and had the best hands on the team.
Really?
Runs in the family.
Yeah, he wasn't going to make any run back there. So Bulldogs will come out. They have Ethan Lear at the quarterback spot. Braylon Hawkins is the tailback. Rocco Romeo, the fullback, ahead of him. Hawkins gets the call off the left side, breaks free, nice effort, gets out to the 41-yard line.
Yeah, good run, following his blockers, following the fullback on the isolation on the linebacker. 5-yard gain, 2nd and 5.
Clock running, 2:46 to go in this one. Stick around. Afterwards, we'll bring the scoring your way in case you're just joining us. And Cos will have some stats as well. As Berwick using clock here, and they have it at their 41-yard line. I formation. Again, it's Hawkins the call, bounces it outside. Boy, a nice effort. Runs over a tackler to pick up the first down. Strong effort by Braylon Hawkins.
Excellent run. Head up, lowered his shoulder, drove. Textbook.
They mark the football at the 47, so it's a 6-yard pickup for him. He'll get a breather now as we go under 2 minutes remaining in the game. It's been Berwick's game from really start to finish. They dominated on the offensive and defensive lines. Tyler Winter now is the tailback in the eye. And a toss sweep to him. And Winter off the right side avoids one tackler and another and has the first down. Out at the Wilkes-Barre area, 39-yard line. Nice effort by sophomore Tyler Winter.
And nice feet, good vision. Got the corner, turned it up, squared his pads, 13-yard gain.
So Winter gets the first down, just a couple snaps away from making this one official. As once again, the bright sunshine out here at Crispin Field.
Shadows are getting long, Jim, at 3:30.
Lear under center, I formation behind him. Winter the tailback, Winter the call. Breaks it outside left, gets to the 35, the 30, and forced out of bounds. at about the 19-yard line. So 21 yards for Tyler Winter. Sophomore with back-to-back good plays. They are not ruling it out of bounds. The clock continues to run. Probably one more snap for Berwick in this game.
Yeah, Tyler Winter showed good patience on that play, letting his blocks develop and then turning the afterburners on to get up the sideline and have that nice 21-yard run.
Ball at the 19-yard line. High formation. Hawkins back in there at the tailback spot. Gets the call. Tries the right side. Gets the first down. Gets a good push. Gets to about the 13-yard line on what will be the final play of the regular season finale. It winds down here at Crispin Field. The final score, Berwick 28, Wilkes-Barre area 7. We'll be back with the scoring and stats. You're listening to Bulldogs Football on Sports Radio HLM.
The Medicine Shop.
The Berwick Medicine Shop at their new location. 500 Fowler Avenue, Berwick has your favorite pharmacist team, like Kim, who you've trusted for more than 20 years. And they've gotten even better. Free blister packs, free home delivery with no tips, and less than a 15-minute average wait time on prescriptions. Why would you go to the big box pharmacies where you might wait for days? Go to the name you know and trust, the Medicine Shop of Berwick, and follow their Facebook page. Berwick Medicine Shop proudly supports the Berwick Bulldogs.
Neighbor Fence Company has fencing for where you want it, serving Columbia, Montour, and Luzerne counties. Neighbor Fence provides top-quality residential and commercial fencing, vinyl, chain link, wood, aluminum, and ornamental fencing, plus vinyl railing and specialty products. Neighbor Fence Company, 1140 State Route 239 in Wapwallopen. Call 570-752-4423 or visit them online at neighborfencecompany.com. Neighbor Fence Company is a proud sponsor of local youth athletic teams.
The community of Berwick knows Bulldog tough. So when it's time to remodel your garage or replace your overhead door, go with the quality doors and service the Red Ribbon represents. Look for the Red Ribbon logo. It's a symbol of 100 years of great doors, great installation, and great service. Give Overhead Door Company of Berwick a call, 570-759-3053, or visit their website at ohdberwick.com. Overhead Door Company of Berwick proudly supports the Berwick Bulldogs.
Whether it's the heat of the preseason or the heart of the postseason, teams will always get a little boost from playing at home. Speaking of a boost at home, State Farm can boost your savings when you combine your homeowner's insurance with your auto coverage. So score one for the home team. Talk to State Farm agents Lori Powell or Sean Black in Berwick, or Melissa Price in Nescapec about big savings for combining home and car coverage. Give State Farm agents Melissa Price, Sean Black, or Lori Powell a call today.
This is Berwick football coach Carm DiFrancesco. You are listening to Bulldogs football on Sports Radio HLM.
Berwick Bulldog football.
WHLM Bloomsburg, WBWX Berwick.
HLM.
Convincing win for the Bulldogs today at Crispin Field on Senior Day as they defeat Wilkes-Barre area by a final score of 28-7. Berwick scored on their second possession, a 10-play, 51-yard drive, capped on a 12-yard touchdown pass, Matt Lunsinski to Spencer Kishbaugh. Braden Hinkle had the extra point. Berwick led 7-0. That is the Independence 4 drive of the game. In the second quarter, Berwick added to that lead, 36 yards on 4 plays. Benny Knorr in from 4 yards out for the score. He had a 19-yard run along the way. Brendan Hinkle kicked the extra point. Berwick led by a score of 14-0. Wilkes-Barre area did get to the Berwick 10-yard line on a 22-yard pass play from Javont McClary on the final play. That went to Naquan Johnson. That was the final play of the first half. They got to the Berwick 10. That's as close as they got in the first half as Berwick led at the break 14-0. Bulldogs put it away early in the third quarter on a 3-play, 48-yard drive. The touchdown, a 37-yard run by Benny Knorr. Brendan Hinkle with the extra point, 21-0 Bulldogs. Later in that quarter, Benny Knorr again from 36 yards out. Hinkle again with the extra point, 28-0 Bulldogs. Wilkes-Barre area averted the shutout against the Bulldogs backup, Howie Shiner. 3 plays, All runs by him, 16, 12, and 34 yards. Evan Cochran with the extra point after Shiner's 34-yard touchdown run. That came with 3:06 to play. Makes our final score Berwick 28, Wilkes-Barre area 7. Guys, when you look at the numbers, a big day, obviously, for Benny Knorr.
Yeah, he couldn't ask for a better day on senior day. He had 197 total yards on 18 carries and 3 touchdowns. And he just played inspired football, and it was contagious because the whole team played well today, and you just never felt that they were never not in control of this game.
Yeah, and when you have a game like you did against Dallas last week, I think you would refer to this earlier, you don't know how they're going to bounce back. Carmen DiFrancesco told us that it was okay in practice, looked like they still had the spirit, but you don't know until the game starts, and they really put that in their rearview mirror.
They really did. In any sport, you have to have amnesia and forget what last happened. You always learn from it, but you have to move forward from it in a positive way, and Berwick was certainly able to do that today. And I think offensively, what they showed and demonstrated this afternoon was that they never got behind on first down. They're always ahead of the sticks, whereas a 4 or 5 yard gain, putting them in a second and manageable situation in every drive, and it just gives you a confidence. You build on it and just keeping the chains moving. They had confidence and really rolled, did well.
And Howie Shiner, who's a good running back, had 62 yards in that final drive, but prior to that one, he had almost nothing. I think you told us they had 8 yards rushing as a team at halftime. That is a dominant performance by Berwick.
A phenomenal defense today, Jim. I didn't count any negative yards against them. I just looked at their positive that Wilkes-Barre had, and counting the last 3 runs, which were 3 runs by Shiner of 59 yards and a touchdown, I had their total offense at 69 yards rushing. It was just a smothering defense and a great run protection for the Bulldogs.
Kaz, you fill big shoes today. Andy Lickey has like a size 13. So I really appreciate it. It was good working with you again.
Well, thank you for having me, Jim. It's always a lot of fun, and I just appreciate the opportunity, and you're the man.
Well, I don't know about that, but I'll take it. Thanks, guys. With the loss, Wilkes-Barre area falls to 4-6 on the season. They will be in action in the District 2 6A playoffs at Hazleton area next Friday night. For the Bulldogs, they finished the regular season at 6-4, and considering the way this season started, they were 1-3 at one point. They'll take that into the playoffs against Wolfpack. That will be Friday night here at Crispin Field in a 7 o'clock kickoff. We hope you'll join us for the broadcast. It will start, as usual, with the Carmen DiFrancesco show at 6. At final again this afternoon, Berwick 28, Wilkes-Barre area 7. For Kaz Curry and our producer, Raven Klein, this is Jim Doyle reminding you heard it live on Sports Radio HLM.
You've been listening to Berwick Bulldogs football on Sports Radio HLM. Brought to you by First Columbia Bank and Trust, with you every step of the way. Forge Pub and Eatery, West 11th Street in Berwick. Bear, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep and Ram in Berwick. Berwick Dental Arts, quality care for your dental health. Berwick Notary Center, Orange Street in Berwick. Mason's Monogram Services for all your Bulldog merchandise. Neighbor Fence Company, residential and commercial fencing. First Keystone Community Bank, yesterday's traditions, tomorrow's vision. Red's Roofing, the roofing ninjas of Berwick for all your home improvements. Yannick Real Estate, commercial and residential. The Mayo Funeral Homes of Berwick and Chick-Shinny. Your Berwick State Farm agents Lori Powell, Sean Black, and Melissa Price. Hometown agents who understand Berwick's needs. Riverview Block Inc. of Berwick. Alexander Family Dealership, Central Road off Route 11 in Bloomsburg. Axis Gymnastics Academy, East 7th Street in Bloomsburg. Wells's Towing and Repair, Towing Recovery and Lockout Services. S.J. Kowalski Heating and Cooling, the way the earth intended. Overhead Door Company of Berwick. Independence Ford, Route 11 in Bloomsburg. Don's Towing Truck and Trailer Repair, Route 11 in Berwick. MD Accounting and Consulting, your hometown CPA firm. Lehigh Valley Health Network, your partner for orthopedic and sports medicine care. Fairfield Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Danville. The Berwick Medicine Shop, now at 500 Fowler Avenue in Berwick. And by Name Brand Liquidations in the Berwick Plaza on Route 11. HLM is the Valley Sports Leader.